What's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Welcome to episode 45 of Trappin Tuesday, man. That's right, y'all. 45 weeks in a row, we have been planting seeds. We have been restoring financial prominence in our community, in our culture, in the working class, in the low-end class environment. Trappin Tuesdays is dedicated to helping you enhance legacy, increase legacy, become comfortable with making investment decisions, but most importantly, turning your last name into an asset. Trust me, I know the journey is hard sometimes, but even though it's hard, it is necessary. Listen, before we get into tonight's episode, I want you to like this. I want you to share it out. But I want you to have your pen and pad ready. I feel like tonight gonna be a night where we do some talking, we're gonna do more note-taking, but note-taking for the good. A lot of stuff has happened this week. A lot of stuff has happened over the last 2 months. We talking about bank crisis, we talking about debt ceiling, we talking about AI. So much has happened to the investor over the last few months, but that data has created a shield that has preparing us to go to war. Before we get into tonight's episode, I want to propose you with a question. In 2019, what was your life before the pandemic? That's right. What was your life like before the pandemic? What was the normalcy? What did you do? What did you have in place? What was your routine before the pandemic? In 2023, I ask you, what has been garnished from your normalcy? Many of us were bombarded with fear of our livelihood, fear of simply breathing, fear of shaking hands, fear of hugging, fear of touching. Fear. We were bombarded with that. It was a new norm. But yet, we adjusted. But I'm going to ask you again. What did you have in place in 2019 and what has been garnished from you? The trauma of 2020 now has forever been etched in our hearts, in our minds. But we had to keep moving forward. The overwhelming emotions of not knowing what was next. How long will I be confined to this house, these masks, this hand sanitizer? My question is, what was taken from you? It is not the same reality. Some of us saw not one, not two. We saw 3 companies hit $1 trillion market cap, yet we were confined, yet we were struggling for life, yet some of us lost jobs that never came back. Some of us were forced into retirement. Some people were forced to take shots, so they had to choose between the shot and provide for their family, so they chose the shot. So I'm asking you, what was taken from you? What was taken from you? Some of us had to surrender. What was taken from you? I want you to sit on that when you decide that you're scared to invest in the stock market or you're scared to build wealth. I want you to ask the question, what was taken from you? Because a lot of times we don't move forward unless we've been provoked. So when I ask you the question on what has been taken from you, I want you to sit back now and say, has that now provoked you? Has it now provoked you? I want us to truly wrap our mind around what we went through. What did it take for you to get here? What did it take for you to get to May 31st, 2023? What did it take for you to get here? Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. What did it take for you to get here? I ain't talking about all your life. I'm just talking about from 2020 to now. These last 3 years have been something. They've been something. The thought of seeing somebody cough freezes your whole what you got going on. Not wanting to hug the people that you love. Believe it or not, you just now getting into the fact where you are truly comfortable with hugging somebody. We're talking to somebody. At one point, we didn't even want to let people in our space. You just now getting to that comfort zone. So I'm asking you, what did that take from you? And the reason why I'm asking you that, because while you were in fear, some other people were profiting. While we were in fear, some other people were quadrupling their network. While we were in fear, while we were adjusting, while we were trying to survive, while we were trying to figure out where the next dollar was coming from, while we were trying to figure out, damn, now I got my kids in the house and we adjusting to that. The kids learning from Zoom. They broke up your normalcy. They broke up your life. It was broke. You was bombarded. You was discombobulated. What was taken from you in that moment? And while it was taken from you, what did it give someone else? What did your inconvenience provide to someone else? What did your fear, what did you losing your job, what did you, listen, some of us even saw people pass away and we couldn't even go to the funeral. But now we have to adjust. But the adjustment now is in a new environment. So after we go through that, now we get into a situation now where unemployment goes to all-time highs. Credit card, all-time highs. United States debt, all-time highs. Now the recession fear is all over us. So how do we shift from one to another and still be asked to produce in normal capacity? I'm gonna ask you again. What was taken from you, fam? And now that it's been taken from you, I want to ask you, what do you do now to get it back? I said all that to ask you this question. What do you do now to get it back? How do you restore yourself mentally? How do you restore yourself financially? Some of you were just on track. You was in stride. Only to be put in a position where you had to decide, damn, do I go to work? Do I get the unemployment check? Do I start the business? Do I invest? You scared to invest because you don't got no money coming in. What do I do? What do you do when the system fails you? The question, again, is, what was taken from you? And after it was taken from you, what do you now give birth to? Do we get on the same blueprint as America? Do we start to invest? Do we take on the ways? Do we disregard what they've been telling us for years? And do we now create a plan of wealth, a plan of success, a plan of opportunity? Do we trust America? Do we trust the country that we live in? Do we trust that they have our well-being at the forefront? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't. I don't trust a company. I don't trust a company that tells me that I can't overdraft, but they can overdraft by 31 trillion. I can't trust that company. I can't trust that type of provision. I can't trust that company who judges me on my credit score, but yet the American credit score was just downgraded from AAA to AA. I can't trust those provisions. I can't trust that. I can't trust that. So now how do we operate in a society? How do we operate under a regime, a government, a political forefront that we don't trust? How do we do that? How do we trust a society, a government that continues to so-called thrive at the expense of its people? No disregard for the single mother trying to raise her kids. Disregard the father, disregard black or white. I'm just talking about people. How do we trust a government that continuously and consistently disregard the people? The blueprint that they gave us, it don't work. But yet they're still giving it to us. Tonight we're gonna talk about a debt ceiling bill that's put in place. The number one thing that they're going to do, resume student loan payments on debt. The number one thing they're gonna do. Why? Because it brings in $50 billion a month. You're talking about a government that tells the people to take a shot. That in our right mind, we know that these things take 10 to 15 years before they can even be on the marketplace. We heard about AIDS in the 80s. The HIV thing ain't come to the marketplace until the 2000s, if I'm being honest with you. So how do you give me a shot? 6 months after a pandemic is announced, 6 months after a global disease is announced, you tell me to take the shot? I'm just saying, how do I trust the same government that had an experiment on a Tuskegee Airmen? Why do I not think they're gonna do it to me? I'm just saying. So what do we do? What do we do? Where do we get the information from? Where do we build the trust from? I'm saying that tonight we are talking about AI money. We are watching the world pivot. So when I ask you, what do you do? Who do you trust? What has been taken from you? I now want you to go get your reparations out the stock market. I want you to play the same game that they play. I want you to abort the mission. I want you to abort the mission. I want you to take the blueprint that you had before. I want you to ball it up, the game plan you had before. I want you to ball it up, throw it in the trash, burn the trash, and come up and be an architect. I want you to start from scratch. I want you to go with not what you've heard, not what you've learned, but I want you to make the next decisions in your life based on the now. I want you to base the next decisions you make in your life on, what am I seeing? What am I feeling? You know that feeling you get when, man, I know this ain't right. I know this is a scam. And so you ask somebody, hey, what do you think about this? That's because your gut telling you something. Your gut right now telling you that now is the time. I made a post today on Instagram where I said, the harsh reality is most Americans gonna live check to check. Most Americans gonna live problem to problem. And the problem is not that they don't wanna change, the problem is that they aren't equipped to change. And so what happens is, we be complacent and we surrender. And we die in regret. We die knowing that we never truly touched the life that we could have lived? How is it that, now disregard the people you see on Instagram and social media who you think fronting. Let's just disregard them, right? Because we know they got, but what about the people who are truly living their life on their terms? What about those people? And there's no rules saying that you can't be one of them. There's no rules saying you can't live that life. There's no rules saying that you have a cap on the way you live. I truly just want you to rewrite the blueprint. I want you to rewrite the playbook. I want you to rewrite the future. I want you to rewrite it. And you do that by taking advantage now. We just saw something with a company. We just saw something that we don't see too often. I was so proud to see so many people making 10,000, 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, 20. I was so proud to see that. I took a moment, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I cried for a minute. In my own I cried because my DM was full of people saying, Trap, look what I did. I was proud of that. And you're gonna have people that come say, man, anybody could have predicted that. No. I'm not saying I was a genius or nothing. I'm not saying the people in the market who, the other teachers weren't genius, but they understood that this company was a part of something real. So when we saw it spike like that, I just looked back at all my people and was like, damn. Whether it was an option play, whether it was a buy and hold play, you saw a company just shoot through the roof in 1 or 2 days and it's still running. Yo, I'm so proud of that. I got people saying, Trap, I done made more money off this one play in a week than I made off my job. I'm like, bro, I'm so proud of that. Because you can't win a game that you're scared to play. You can't win a game from watching on the sidelines. Now, mind you, this is an event that shook the world for this company to do this. And I'm not saying that it's gonna happen all the time, but watch this, y'all. If you be in position, if you in position, then you can take part. But if you ain't in position, guess what you saying? I should have. If you ain't in position, guess what you saying? Is it too late to get in? If you in position, you already. For weeks, I've been saying the same thing. You ain't gotta be right. I just need you in position. Because here's why. When you in position, you can take part in whatever happens. We be scared to even be in position. I just want us in position, Jose. I just want us in position, L. I just want us in position, Gindy. I just want us in position, George. I just want us in position. We watching the world change before our eyes. And we still don't want to be in position. We still thinking the stock market is a scam. We still thinking this person trying to get over on me. That person trying to, bro, it don't cost you nothing to come here and watch. But guess what? I can promise you this. Jose, you can mark my word on this. Anybody that has been watching Trappin Toodie for 45 weeks, you've made some money. Anybody who has been watching Trappin Toodie for 45 weeks in a row, you have made some money. That is a guarantee. And it don't cost you nothing. I ain't ask you to buy nothing. I'm asking you to come take notes. I'm telling you to share with your friend. I'm telling you to get in position. It's free. It's free. And some of y'all stealing that. It's free. We ready to say that something is a scam. We ready to say that something ain't right. The only thing holding us back is us. Because we scared to get in position. Moving forward, y'all, this is May the 30th, which means tomorrow is the 1st. Thursday is the 1st. You got the whole second half of the year to get in position, y'all. You can end 2023 richer than you ever been. Shout out to Ross. You can end 23 with a higher purchasing power. You can end 2023 with a higher net worth. You can end 2023, if you got kids, with a custodial account. You can end 2023 making your money work for you. You can end 2023 with options. You can end 2023 with stocks. You can end 2023. You can end this year in better position than you ever been, but you got to get in the game. You can end 2023 like that. Yep, the 180% that you got on NVIDIA from January to now, nope, we're not worrying about that. The 100 and some percent that you could have got on Facebook from beginning to now, nope, you ain't got no part of that. But guess what? From May 30th or May 31st to December 31st, you got a chance to get in position. Stop worrying about what happened in the past. Worry about what you can do right now. What can you do now? For everybody that took advantage of everything that happened over the last couple of weeks, man, salute to you. Before we get into tonight's episode, I want to salute to you. I want to tell you that I'm proud of you. I want to tell you that I'm proud of you because I know for some of y'all what it was like to make that first stock investment. I know it's a lot of fear to make that investment. For some of y'all who made your first options play and you rocked with me on that, man, salute to you. I know what that took. I understand what it takes to break those old chokeholds. In the Bible, they call them strongholds. I know what it takes, that fear. I know what it takes to overcome that fear. I know what that feel like. But I also know what it feel like when you hit. I also know what it feel like, that enthusiasm, them endorphins. I know what it feel like, the excitement, because what happens is that exposure now makes you a believer of the game. And the one thing I know about people is this. Man, once we see something can work for us. Once you work out long enough and see the muscles start forming. Once you get on a diet long enough and see a couple of pounds move. Once you see the butt got a little round. Once you see the calves get a little. Once you see the thighs. Once you see I can see it. Once you get through them type of situations, you know, oh, I'm addicted. I'm here. This is my life. This is my new norm. I want you to make now investing your new norm. No matter what's going on in the economy, no matter what's going on in the world, I want you to thug it out because the hardest thing to do is get past the learning curve in something. Well, you done got past the learning curve. You done made a couple dollars. I want you to make investing a part of your lifestyle. Jose, let's get to this. What's good, family, man? Listen. It is episode 45. Toodie, give me a beat, dog. What we got? Let me hear something. What you got for the people, man? Okay. I like that. Oh. We like that. Hey, episode 45, Trappin Tuesdays. Jose, we 24 minutes in, 1,600 people in the chat. Salute to them. Make sure you share this with somebody. Let's get the likes up right quick, y'all. This is going to be a great show. This is not going to be a 3-hour show, I promise. But this is going to be one of them ones. It's not going to be a 3-hour show, I promise. This is not going to be a 3-hour show. But we're going to have some fun tonight. We got a lot to talk about tonight. So make sure you share this with your people, right? Make sure you got a pen and a pad. I want Trappin Tuesdays to be like the financial cookout, man. 45 episodes in, man. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 152. We got 52 weeks in a year. Man, we got 7 more episodes, man, before we hit 1 year. 56? 52? Why Brandon told me 56? Yo, Matt wrong too, B. 52 weeks, we got 7 more episodes, man. 1 year. 1 year. This what dedication look like. Showing up even when I don't want to. Showing up when they don't want to. Overcoming adversity. We still here. I need you to take on that same attitude. No matter what, I'm still here. If your stock lose a little money, guess what? We still here. If the stock market go down a little bit, guess what? We still here. We ain't leaving. We ain't leaving. We here now. Stock stock market babies, man. Jose, write that down. Stock market babies, man. Let's go, baby. Toodie, turn it up a little bit. I'm on now. I'm on now. I'm on now. Turn up a little bit. And we got the tour coming. Drop the link for the tour, man, in the chat. Let's go, baby. Atlanta, you up first, man. August 1st, you up. 7 sold-out shows, man. Make LaShawna smile over there. You heard me? Make the team smile, man. Make Dave smile, man. Let's go. Let's go. I feel it. El Boogie, come in for a second. Why don't you just snatch this? Let's go, baby. Hey, do me a favor, just on here, put tune in now, we live. That's on my gram. Just put tune in now, we live. Let's go, baby. I like that beat, Toodie. I like it, I like it, I like it. Let's go, baby. Episode 45, Trappin' Tuesday, man. Y'all know where we at. You feel me? I want to tell y'all I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Stock market babies, man. I like that. That's going to be episode 50 or something. I don't know. Stock market babies. I like that. Let me know how you like that in the chat, man. Stock market babies. Y'all like that? Y'all like that? We like the stock market babies. We like the stock market babies. Yes. All right, man. So, that's some good merch, huh? That's some good merch. Hey, drop the link, man. We got some people want to buy apparel, trap apparel, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. All right, man, let's start off, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I am confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I am more than capable of operating that machine. That's some confidence right there. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based off the information I apply today. I like that. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I have turned our last name into an asset. Let's just stop right there. Let's just stop right there. We got to say that again, y'all. That, to me, that's the most powerful part. That's one of the most powerful parts. My ancestors will smile now because I have turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power increased indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. Oof. That's some powerful stuff right there, man. That's powerful. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper, and Wall Street looks like us now. Let's clap for that. Hey, let me tell y'all how much I love LaShawna, y'all. I'm saying a god doggone mansion, she's standing there like this right with me. I love it, goddammit, I love it. I love it. That means she in. I need y'all to be in when we start speaking that mantra, man. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. We got a great show ahead of us tonight, man. Let's get to it, man. How y'all feeling tonight? How y'all feeling tonight? Let me see it in the chat. How you feeling tonight? Let me see it in the chat. How you feeling tonight? Before we start, let's get the likes up to 1,000, y'all. Before we get up, let's get the likes up to 1,000. Let's do that. Any news today? Yep. Hey, August 1st, the first show. Drop the link. You got the link for that, Jose? First show, August 1st in Atlanta in the ATL. Next show up is Houston. We got some more dates coming up. I know we got Houston, we got LA, we got New Orleans, we got Philly, Chicago, Chi-Town. Chi-Town. Them country boys, nothing. And we got New York, man, for sure, man. So definitely, man, 7 sold out shows we going for. That's what we gonna claim that because we know we built for it, and we know one thing, man. We know the trappers bring out more trappers. We know the trappers bring out their family. You know what I'm saying? We got the general admission, we got the VIP, we got the meet and greet that we gonna do the night before. We're doing the night before, right? The meet and greet the night before. Man, the trappers gonna bring out the trappers. So we talking about 7 sold out shows, man. ATL, August 1st, man. And I promise y'all this won't be, like, this ain't gonna be your regular just, if y'all know me, if you ever seen me at anybody event, y'all know I'm that guy. I'm gonna go and put it out there. If you see me at anybody's show, I don't care who else is, I'm the energy. And when I ain't there, you feel it. Just know. Just know I'm the energy. And when I ain't there, you feel it. Smoke their ass on that. I'm talking that talk. I'm talking that talk. You dig? Ain't no other trapper. Ain't nobody talk like this. Ain't nobody gonna give you the game like I don't care who it is. Come on, man. Big energy. Stop playing. Let's go a little further, man. God damn it. Yay! Let's go, man. There's gonna be one of them. I'm gonna let y'all know I'm super excited for the show. I'm super excited for, this is brought to you by Vitaco. The stock is up amazing this year, right? If you didn't know, this is a stock on the stock market, Vitaco. I currently don't own it. They ain't paying me no advertisement for it, but since I was drinking it, they need to. LaShawna, we going for it and do it. Anytime I put somebody thing up here, we shooting them, we need them. That's a fact. I said what I said. It's gonna be one of them nights. Maybe 30 minutes in, we ain't talking about A stock yet. Hey, let's go to the show, man. Word on the street, man. Let's start off, man. The Dow Jones is down. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Man, the Dow has been lagging. The Dow has truly been lagging. The Dow has truly been lagging. Let's go a little further. The NASDAQ is up and the S&P broke even. But check this out, y'all. I was looking at my account earlier today. Right? I was looking at my account earlier today, and I'll be real. The market kind of pissed me off. But I ain't cursing, but is piss you off a curse word? Is piss you off, piss me off as a curse word? All right, so I can't say piss me off. Well, I'm on that type of time. So if she said no, if L said no, she the gatekeeper. So if she said, well, the next word is, I was feeling rambunctious today. We like that. We like that. I was feeling rambunctious today because my account hit the $1 million mark. It hit the $1 million mark in the options game by 12 o'clock. By 2 o'clock, it done came back down. They done took it back from me. I felt some kind of way about that. I'm ready to make my post. Hey, y'all, I hit the $1 million mark. I had to sit down. Sit down. Sit down. What that dude said, sit your $5 tail down before I make change. I was so upset. I was upset for a second behind that because I wanted to show my people. But we'll be back. But let's go a little further, man. So, listen, man. The NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, all of these are catalysts to take us where we got to go at. I'm going to talk about something tonight that I want y'all to hear, and I'm going to talk about when not to sell a stock. We're going to get into that tonight. So let's go a little further. All right, let's get a heat check, man. Heat check. Now, earlier today, we was heavy. We was almost tilting toward greed. And then we scaled it back. So today, the heat check, we have 3,715,308 calls. We have 3,313,123 puts. That tells us we have roughly about 300,000, maybe 400,000 more calls than puts. That's not bad. That's not bad considering the environment we're in. I want us to understand what's pushing that. So you have some stocks that are up, but NVIDIA, Facebook, they're pushing that. Tesla, pushing that. But also, the debt ceiling deal. The debt ceiling deal is what's pushing that. And I want us to be in that for a second. Shout out to my guy Zay in the building. You did. He talking about that Marvel, the one y'all thought I was saying Marvel last week. When I said Marvel and it went crazy. It went crazy. Shout out for my going crazy. Let me say something in the chat right quick. If flushing and flipping is your favorite segment now, let me see it in the chat. George, don't raise your hand. If flushing or flipping is your favorite segment of the episode, like, let me know in the chat, y'all. Because I'm thinking about, I ain't gonna say it. Just know after this tour, we going crazy. Just know after the tour, metal to the gas. We going crazy. Let's go. Let's go a little further, man. I'm feeling good tonight, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. Hey, I've been juicing for 2 days. One whole day now. I feel the energy. All right. Here we go. Apple up 1%. Here's a shocker for me today. I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on PayPal. Now, I'm not saying go buy it, but when it hit $58, I think that was probably the lowest it was going to get for a while. I may be wrong. It hit $58. I think that could have been the bottom for PayPal. I could be wrong. This is not a mark my word. This is a suggestion. That's better, right? A suggestion. Why are you laughing? Suggestion. It's a suggestion. PayPal did 3% today, y'all. That's the best day it had in a long time. I'm not saying that I want you to invest in PayPal. Not at all. I said what I had to say about that already. I said it's a wrap for me. I'm going to make one more buy. That's it. Because if the growth done slowed down, I'm in it though. I've been in it for a minute. So we here. All right, next. NVIDIA gave us 2% today. A sleeper is ACN. If you don't know what ACN is, that company is definitely a sleeper. Meta gave us 0.18%. Netflix gave us 3.72%. We're going to talk about that today. Tesla. What my people watch this. What my people that's in, oh man, this is good. What my people that's inside of the option, not the people, my people that's in the triple beam team, or my man, escort that man out of here, man. All my people that's in the triple beam team and masters of the triple beam, your Tesla, now that NVIDIA may slow down, your Tesla going crazy. Not my people in the triple beam team are masters of the triple beam. Your NVIDIA may have slowed down, but your Tesla is doing this thing right now. Let's just talk about that. So George going crazy right now, y'all, because he joined the Master of the Triple Beam. Listen to me, I'm hard on my team too. Let's give George a round of applause. George joined the Master of the Triple Beam today, the Triple Beam team today, and he don't want him out about it no more. Let's applaud him for that. All right, so here's our heat map for the day, man. And as we can see, if you took the options masterclass, we talked about energy. Stand away from energy. All right, let's salute to George in the chat. I see y'all. All right, let's go a little further, Dave. All right, let's talk about it, man. So, first of all, NVIDIA did something last week that only It's in the league with only like 6 stocks. Matter of fact, I have it in my phone. I think L got it. Facebook. Yeah, let me say it right quick, L. It's in my phone. I wrote this note down and I forgot to write it down. NVIDIA is in a class of its own right now. Not of its own, but it's in a class with only a few companies. I wrote it down in my phone. Let me see something right quick. Give me a second, y'all, because I wanted y'all to see this. This is great. This is great footage right here. Where I wrote this at? NVIDIA. All right, right here. Right here. Give me the board right quick because I want to write it down. I want to put it on the whiteboard. I'm not going to stay here long, but I want to write it down so y'all can see it. Right? This is the largest single-day market cap gain. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 companies ever did something like this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Only 6 companies ever did something like this, and you need to be a part of them when they do it. So watch this. I wrote this down in my phone. This I be doing research for y'all to find out. Here we go. Tell Dave I can hear him. Apple. $191 billion in a day. November 2022. Apple, $191 billion in a day. It's the largest single day gains in stock market history. 2, Amazon, AMZN, $191 billion. February 2022. NVIDIA, NVDA, $184 billion, May 2023. Number 4, Apple. How the hell did I get on this twice? This is me doing research for y'all. Apple, $179 billion, January 2022. 5, Microsoft, $150 billion, March 2020. And number 6, runner-up, Tesla, $144 billion. Tesla did $144 billion in January 2022. So Apple did $191 billion in November 22. Amazon did $191 billion in February 22. NVIDIA did $184 billion. That was last week. Apple did $179 billion in January 22. Microsoft did $150 billion in March 22. Tesla did $144 billion. Now watch this, y'all. Here's what I want you to understand. And this was important for you. You can only get them if you're in the game. You can only get them if you're in the game. Because you keep sitting on the sideline, you keep missing things like this. Now, here's what people saying. Yo, this only happens so often. Listen, we in this type of area right now. This the world we in now. I ain't saying 85. This don't say 91. This say 2022. 2022, 2022, 2023, 2022, 2020. You in here. You had the opportunity. You got to take advantage of the opportunity. You got to be willing to be in position. You got to be willing to get in the stock market. We talking in one day. This is one day gains. One day. This one day. This ain't over a course of a week. This ain't over a course of a month. This ain't over a course of 5 years. We talking about one day. Boom. This happening. We can be a part of that. And I ain't even saying some undercover stocks. This ain't a stock you had to go find somewhere. These stocks sitting right in your face. Apple did, keep the poverty away. Amazon, everybody on Amazon, just order the juice off Amazon. NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, everybody, and Tesla. What we talking about? We're not even talking about trying to find a company that we don't know about. They're the companies we already know. Dave, go to this thing on the board right quick. We're going to go back to NVIDIA. Magnificent 7. Go to that right quick, Dave. Magnificent 7. Go to that right quick. Boom, put that on the screen. Boom, I need y'all to see this, y'all. I need you to understand, these are the companies right now that's holding the market up. These are the companies right now that's holding the market up. Trap about to tell you something that nobody else is going to tell you. Why is you asking me about companies you ain't never heard of when you got 7 companies that's dominating? Why is you asking me, Trap, what do you think about, you just got in the game. You heard that. Magnificent 7. What we doing? What we doing? Stop trying to find the next Amazon. Stop trying to find the next Tesla. Stop trying to find the next Apple. Magnificent 7. What we talking about? Ain't none of these out. Amazon is not a $2,000 stock no more. It ain't $2,000 no more. What we talking about? You could have got it at $89. What Trap said, look at Amazon. Once it get under $90, what happened? Amazon got $88. You know what y'all were telling me? Trap, it's going to go lower? I don't know, but it's under $90. What we talking about? What we talking about? Magnificent 7. I drew this up for you. We ain't got to go too much further. If you just getting in the game, crate talk. If you just getting in the game, Trap, where do I go at? Magnificent 7. Pick one. An Apple stock a day, keep the poverty away. What we talking about? You just got in the game. You in the ABC part of the game. Stop trying to, you don't know that yet. You ain't there yet. Let's get in the game first. Let's get our feet wet. We ain't got to go diving 12 foot first. Get your feet in the game. Just put your toe in the water. You hear these people on Instagram saying, I made this much money. Them people been on, I've been doing this since 2014. Seriously? Seriously? Like 2014, I was playing around before that. 2014, I took it serious. I deserve to have a 50K a day, a 60K a day, I put in the work for that. You just getting in the game. What we talking about? Magnificent 7. What we doing? These are stocks holding the market up. What we doing? Trap, I heard about this. Man, how long you been investing? 3 months. Man, don't touch. Magnificent 7. Trap, an Apple stock a day keep the poverty away. Trap, man, Microsoft. Trap, man, Amazon. What we doing? What we doing? Because I get mad. I'm going to be real with you. I get mad because we blowing an opportunity. We blowing an opportunity. Trap, man, the regional banks, they on sale now. Stay away from that. You don't know how to research them companies yet. You don't know how to research a bank that's in default yet. Magnificent 7. You don't know how to read the income statement, balance statement, cash flow statement. You don't understand about diluted shares yet. You don't understand about company takeovers yet. You don't understand that part yet. Leave that alone. Magnificent 7. What we doing? What we doing? You feel me? You keep looking for stuff. You keep listening to people. Oh, I'm trying to get this. Man, chill. Add Eli Lilly to the list. Magnificent 8. Y'all, that's my baby. You feel me? Let's stop making this game harder than it gotta be. Yo, you on the first level. Act like we on the first level. You ain't there yet. You don't know how to research yet. It's cool. We gonna get you there. Start here. Work your way up. It's okay to have one share. It's okay yes, the $500 is enough to start with. Trap, how much I have to start with? I don't know. Pick a number. How much this cost? $160? Start there. That's what we talking about, y'all. We ain't gotta take forever. Let's play the game. Let's be in position. Let's be in position. Let's take advantage of the amazing opportunity that's before us. I ask you again, what did it cost you? What did it take from you, man? What did it take from you? How do you get back your financial security? How do you get back your financial independence? One share at a time, one investment at a time. Trap, is this a good brokerage? Yeah, use it. Start. You trying to be perfect in the beginning. That ain't how the game go. That ain't how the game go. Trap, I got $300. I don't care. Start. And from the $300, guess what? Put $25 a week in the account. Don't let nobody around you discourage you. That ain't enough money. Yes, it is. Because guess what? The same $10, $20 you're not going to spend when you go buy that Casamigos on ice, when you go buy the Patron and such on that costs $20. Plus the tip. Plus the tip. Then you done bought it for me, you and your pop. You done spend $100 right quick. You done spend $100 right quick. Plus parking. Guess what? That's an Apple stock. The Patron on the rocks. And the shot. That's an Apple stock. By the time you finish buying it for the night, you paying for parking? What we talking about? This is gonna make you uncomfortable. I asked you, what did it cost you? I asked you that question. I asked you that for a reason. Because you gotta dig in your head and you gotta dig and say, yo, is this really worth it to me? Do I really want this, or do it just sound good to me? If it sounds good to you, then that's why you're not doing it. You gotta go in and debunk all the stuff you got in your head of why this ain't working for you. You gotta go dig deeper. It wasn't easy for me to live off 30% of my money and invest 70, but guess what? I saw the bigger picture. Guess what? 2023 is paying off. My OG said something, one of his favorite videos, I set the standard. E.T. taught me that. What's the standard for your life? What's the standard for your kids' life? What's the standard for your nieces and nephews' life? What's the standard for the next generation? You gotta set the standard, fam. Shout out to my OG again, because I ain't make that up. I heard that from him. But it makes so much sense to me when I do everything I'm doing. I gotta set a standard. So you see my family, you like, oh, bet that's the standard. So when I see your family, what's the standard? When you looking at your nieces and nephews, when you looking at your cousins, when y'all get together for Christmas and Memorial Day, when you at the cookout yesterday, what's the standard? Everybody got high blood pressure. That's the standard. That's the standard. Everybody got inflammation. That's the standard. Everybody from check to check. That's the standard. Everybody waiting on the next problem. That's the standard. Everybody trying to borrow for money. That's the standard. I need some help. Well, I can pray for you. That's the standard. Ain't nobody, somebody around me needs something. Yo, how much you need? Bet. Bet. We talked about this before. I don't mind bearing that burden. Why? Because I'm the standard. But every time I give you something, guess what? There's a lesson in it. When I help you, there's a lesson in it. Because we ain't going to keep repeating the same lesson. What's the standard, y'all? Magnificent Seven, man. Look at this. One day. One day. Man, somebody in the Patreon said, Trap, I invested $10,000 in the thing. The thing made me $40,000. He said, Trap, I invested $10,000. They like, bro, that's an easy. Thank you, Trap. I say, bro, you just was willing to get in position. I just gave you the same play I wanted. One queen said, Trap, this is my first investment. I ain't never made $2,000 in the stock market. Professional money printers. Stock market babies. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Ain't no more I'm scared. If you come in the Trappin' Tuesdays, ain't no more you scared, yo. We setting a new standard out here, yo. We setting a new standard. We the financial revolutionaries. I don't care what nobody got going on. We the financial revolutionaries. If you a trapper, this how we plan it. This how we fight poverty. This how we fight for our family. This how we show the world what we doing. Who at Wall Street looks like us now. Who at certified Wall Street trapper, this what we doing. This how we attacking the world. This how we showing the world what we doing. This what we represent. They say, I can look at what you got on and see what you represent. Well, this what I represent. This what I stand for now. Wall Street looks like us means something to me now. And you better believe it. Set the goddamn standard. Shout out to my OG E.T. Flames, y'all. Goddamn. All right, man. I apologize. I really don't. All right. Dave, let's go back. Dave, let's go so bad. How y'all feeling in the chat, man? Let's get the likes up. This is not gonna be a 3-hour show either. L, what you say, Cap? All right, man, so. The Recession Tour, man. Get your tickets to the Recession Tour, man. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a vibe. Recession Tour, August 1st, ATL. What that is, Buckhead Theater. Let's go. August 8th, Houston. Bayou Music Center. Woo! We just signed, I got to sign an LA contract tonight. Marathon Clothing Store, what's up? All right, so NVIDIA just shook the game, man. And people did 14 partnerships over the weekend. Let's go through the partnerships. Dave, make sure the partnerships pop up on the TV. All right, the first one, let's go to number one. The first one was NVIDIA and Ace for Games sparks life into virtual characters and generative AI. Number two, NVIDIA brings new generative AI capabilities, groundbreaking performance to 100 million Windows PCs. Oh my God. Number three, NVIDIA Grace Hopper super chips designed for accelerated generative AI. Everything is AI. Number four, NVIDIA announces DGX GH200 AI supercomputer. I think we talk about that, what? Maybe episode 20-something. Number five, NVIDIA MGX gives systems makers modular architecture to meet diverse accelerated computer needs for world's data centers. Let's go a little further. Six, NVIDIA launches accelerated Ethernet platform. Seven, NVIDIA brings advanced autonomy to mobile robots. Eight, electronics giants tap into industrial automation with NVIDIA Metropolis for factories. 9, collaborates with SoftBank to power SoftBank's next generation data center. 10, WPP partners with NVIDIA to build generative AI enabled content engine. Let's go a little further. 11, Techman Robot selects NVIDIA Isaac Sam to optimize automated. What the fuck? What is it doing? 12, world's leading electronics manufacturer adopts NVIDIA's generative AI and Omniverse to digitize state-of-the-art factories. 13, live from Tapia, NVIDIA CEO unveils generative AI platform for every industry. 14, Meta Tech partners with NVIDIA to transform automobiles with AI and accelerated computing. It's probably a light. I ain't got nothing on me. Yeah. Bruh. The people did 14 partnerships over the weekend. The people did 14 partnerships over the weekend, from partnering with from automobiles, gaming, supercomputers, robots. Magnificent Seven, man. Magnificent Seven. Let's go a little further. All right, so what I want to do is I want to give you an idea of how to play this game. This is called Stack Your Chips, right? There's different ways you can play this chip game. From equipment, providing the necessary equipment for founders and IDMs. You got ASML, you got LRCX. If you took one of my classes a while back, I gave y'all this stock for free. Right? We talking about foundries. We talking about manufacturing the chips required by its customers. We talking about TSM. We talking about consumer. We talking about Apple and Tesla. Pure play. We talking about NVIDIA, AMD, Qualcomm. And then we talking about EDAS, provide this design critical software for chip designers, right? So here's how you get inside of the chip space. There's the players. Manufacturing, design, and then they scurry off. We looking at how to play this game, y'all. And I'm going to be real with you. Like the dot-com bubble, watch what you're going to start seeing. Here's what's about to happen. I need the whiteboard. Let me fair warn you. I need the whiteboard. Let me forewarn you. Let me forewarn you for this right here. Let me forewarn you. What you're about to see in the stock market. Now, once you see this, I want you to say, damn, Trap, you was right. This is a mark my word moment. And I'm not about to go crazy. But I want you to see this. Because I need to write this out so y'all can see it. Thank y'all, fella. I need to write this out so y'all can see it. I need y'all to write this out so I can see it. Watch this. Watch this. AI bubble. AI bubble. Now watch this. When I say AI bubble, you're about to see more of these. You're about to see more IPOs. For some reason that screen ain't on. It's low. I don't know. That's you, George? It's low, right? Maybe it's just a screen on here. Right? AI bubble. You're about to see more IPOs. You're going to see more IPOs. Why are you going to see IPOs? Because AI is excitement. Excitement in the market means free money. AI bubble means you're going to see more IPOs. IPOs mean excitement. Excitement and IPOs equal free money. But we're going to go a little further than that. You're going to see broke companies go public. Jose, mark my word. You're going to see broke companies going public. Why? Because companies are going to come out saying they can do this. And when they come out doing this, they're going to get this. High evaluations. Because guess what? Because of this bubble, you're going to see a bunch of companies IPOing saying, yo, we do this with AI. We do this with AI. We do this with AI. We help AI do this. We AI do with this. And we AI with this. And guess what? They're going to come out with these high valuations and they're going to skyrocket for about 5 or 6 months. And then guess what? Here's what's going to happen. When they go down, people going to be holding the bag because they're going to be thinking it's going to run back up. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now, the AI IPOs that you're about to see rush the market, stay away from them. Listen to me well. Listen to me well. The AI companies that you about to see, they about to flood the market. The IPOs you about to see going to flood the market with AI. You know why? Because these companies broke and they need money. And guess what happens when you broke company and you need money and you don't want to take a loan? Guess what you do? You IPO. Let me tell you why you IPO. Because you're going to say, this company is worth this much. You're going to promise this much to the market. And then what's going to happen is you're going to slide the underwriter some bread. Hey, you see what's going on with IPOs. You see what's going on with AI. I'm about to help NVIDIA do this. I'm a partner NVIDIA do this. I'm the next NVIDIA. I'm the next Apple. I'm the next Samsung. I'm the next Qualcomm. I'm the next Broadcom. I'm the next Intel. I'm the next AMD. This was about to happen to the market. This was about to happen to the market. This was about to happen to the market. I'm the next technology company that help cars. This is about to happen to the market. And guess what the market is going to say? You do look kind of good. Super high evaluation. What's going to happen with that? The valuation is going to be high. The company going to get a whole lot of money for selling Procaine to the market. And guess what happened when they sell a Procaine to the market? It's for the market. It ain't for me no more. I got the cash. I got the cash. And then when a company go bankrupt, guess what? I just wanted the cash. I just wanted the cash. I didn't care about the shares. I wanted the cash. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to be on the ground talking about this the next check this out, this the next NVIDIA. I don't need the next NVIDIA when NVIDIA is still running. I don't need the next Amazon when Amazon's still running. I don't need the next AMD when AMD's still running. I don't need the next nothing because the ones that's still powerful is still in position. I'm telling you, avoid these hot IPOs that's about to flood the market. All right now. All right now. All right now. All right now. Go to the next one, please. All right, right now, NVIDIA owns 75 to 70% of the chip market. Broadcom and the other ones are between 10 and 15 on down. NVIDIA is dominant right now in the chip market. They definitely holding it down. I just don't want y'all to get caught up in that, man. Because it's going to look so enticing. They're going to sell so many dope dreams. What that company name was that did the same thing, said it was the next Tesla? Nikola. I come on here. I was on Instagram Live. I say, man, y'all leave that company alone, man. They the next Tesla. I say, no, they not, man. No, they not. I say, leave that company alone. You ain't got enough reach. The people don't even got no cars on the road. The people ain't had no, well, I saw the thing trapped. I come to find out, get what the CEO did. Push the car up the thing. Push the car up the thing, had somebody on the thing to hold the brakes to go down. But guess what? IPO money was sweet. Got a couple billion off y'all. Got a few billion off y'all. Pushed it up the thing. And then shot the commercial. It's going down. Look, we go downhill. And in your mind, you think, well, the only way to get downhill is you got to go uphill first. Now he fighting charges. Don't. When you invest in them companies, don't DM me and say this.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
Some other time, fam. Some other time. I can't get your money back. Don't come in. Now you want to come to options. You want to come to the Trap Master, Triple Beam team talking about what the option plays, Trap. Go back to Nikola. Go get your money from them. All right, man, let's go a little further, man. This is not going to be a 3-hour show. Shit. 5 U.S. stocks that have 10x over the last 5 years: XPE, TradeDex, CELH, which is what I own, Enphase Energy, and Lattice Semiconductor. These 5 companies have 10x over the last 5 years. 10x is amazing on the stock, especially in 5 years. 10x is amazing. These things are up 5,000% or more in the last 5 years. All right, let's go a little further. All right, bad reasons to sell a stock. It's expensive. So you bought a company, you feel like I won't sell it because it's expensive. Well, you want it to be expensive. You want it to get expensive because that means the stock is performing. Now, you can take some profits off the table. You can sell the egg, but don't sell the goose. You can sell the egg, but you don't sell the goose. Next, Trap, I'm 30% in the green. And what? And what? So what? So what if you 30% in the green? Let it run. Let runners run. Number 3, a correction is coming. I'm going to buy it again at a lower price. I promise you, this is the most asinine thing I ever heard in my life. And I'm going to put parentheses on asinine. Trap, I'm about to sell it now to buy it at a lower price. So you about to give up the gains that you made just to buy it lower? Why? Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense to me. Okay. Trap, the stock has gone up too much in a short amount of time. I want to sell it and re-enter it. Why? Why does that make sense? Stop selling the doggone stocks to, first of all, okay, let's talk about 2 different situations. If you're in an option play, then you want it to go a certain amount before you take profit so you can play with the house's money. This is cool. If you're in a long-term play, you don't want to do that. You want it to run. Remember what I told you, man. Only take profit if you have somewhere else to put it. We're not taking profit to sit it inside the account, and we damn sure ain't buying a stock at $100. The stock go up to $150. We sell some of the profit just to buy it again at $145. What is we doing, fam? We're not doing that. You bought the stock at 80, it goes up to 200. You sell it at 200 just to buy it again at 180. Why we did that, fam? That don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense. We only taking profit to go get in another position. You feel me? So here's how we take profit to go in another position. Let's say you bought a stock, you bought 2 stocks. You bought one of them at 100. You bought 2 stocks at $100. You did the research on it. For some reason, the market not rewarding one stock. So the stock that's at $100 goes down to $80. Cool. The stock that's at $100, the other stock at 100, stock A, goes up to $200. Boom. So the market is rewarding one in the moment. Guess what? You could take some position for that and put it in an $80 stock because it went down. You're not in a better position. But you're not selling a stock at 100 that went up to 200 just to buy it again at 175. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. Profits to positions. Profits to positions. Profits to positions. Again, stock A you bought at 100. Stock B you bought at 100. Stock A goes to 185. Stock B goes to $90. Cool. You say, all right, Trap, this done went up a lot in a short time. I'll take some shares, some profit, because that's free money that the market gave you. I'll take those profits and put it in the $90. Now I can bring my cost basis down. That's the game. The one that's $90, you buy it again because it's under 100. You now buy it with the profits to bring your cost basis down. So now your cost basis on a $100 stock that you bought is now at 90. You're going to bring your cost basis down to about $97. That's cool, but guess what? That $3 is a difference. That $3 is a difference. All right, let's go a little further, man. I feel like we're teaching tonight. All right. So check this out. Right quick. Jose, let's drop the Patreon in the group right quick so they can see it. Also, man, listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something right quick. There's not 21 other investing shows better than us, y'all. Let me put that out there right quick. There's not 21 other investing shows better than Trappin' Tuesdays. So here's what I need you to do. I'm going to take responsibility of that because I don't promote it enough. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to take the link that Jose going to put in there. Listen, we take Trappin' Tuesdays and break it down 5 or 6 times during the week. You get an episode every day. We do is we take Trappin' Tuesdays. It's a 2-hour episode. It's a 2-hour episode. 3 hours. All right, but tonight is not 3 hours. We take the episodes, we put the big episode out on Thursdays at 5. Friday, you get a clip. Saturday, you get a clip. Sunday, you get a clip. Monday, you get a clip. Tuesday, you get a clip. Wednesday, you get a clip. He might give you a clip Thursday. You feel me? You get a clip every day. You get a clip every day. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to go download all the clips. I need you to download every day. I need y'all to download it, y'all. I need y'all to download it. We put out a clip every, people saying cap. I don't like the fact that y'all don't believe it's not a 2-hour show. I don't like the fact that y'all don't believe it. Y'all gonna believe me one of these days. I'm gonna get it. We working on it. We just are 1 year in. So I need y'all to do that for me, y'all. Right? I need you to do that for me. I need y'all to go download as many episodes of Trappin' Tuesdays as you can. Jose putting the Apple thing right here in right quick, but we on all platforms, but I need y'all to do that for me, man. I need y'all to do that for me, man. I need y'all to go download as many episodes as you can. James Regan, I know I'm capped, god damn it. Shit. Damn. All right, I'm working. This episode is brought to you by Vitaco. Maybe we said it a couple times there. We could show them that we promoted it. You feel me? Maybe we promoted it a couple times. We could show them that we good. Vitaco, cold-pressed coconut water. Listen, man, this coconut water is amazing. It has ingredients of coconut water from concentrate water, coconut puree, less than 1% of gum. The Vitaco company is also on the stock market. It is gluten-free. It is designed to rehydrate you, right, in your needs. When the people tell you to drink alkaline water don't drink the water out the faucet. Don't drink the tap water. Drink Vitaco. Come on, man. L Boogie, get on the job. We need that. All right, so here we go, man. Let's look at this deal. All right, so the agreement is in principle. Republicans briefed Saturday. Sunday, the Democrats was briefed. Tuesday, the House Rules Committee, at least 12 Republican members will oppose, which was today. Wednesday, the House is expected to vote. And after that, the Senate is expected to take action on the bill. Let's put that in their face all day so they can see it. Let it cover the screen. Because we need y'all to see this, how this is going down. And let's break the bill down right quick, man. Let's break the bill down. All right, so let's go a little further. All right, here's the budget. The budget was trash. All right, the debt ceiling deal, the debt ceiling is rumored to be raised by a specific amount. Now we got it. Instead, the debt ceiling will not be capped till 2025. Here's some adjustments they made. The adjustments they made was this. The new bill will increase this deficit by $4 trillion up to 35 trillion. But watch this. They're going to suspend the spending to 2025. Suspend the cap. So they made some adjustments later today. So here's what this is. They've increased the ceiling, the debt ceiling. They've increased it to $4 trillion, which puts it at 35 trillion, right? They increased it by $4 trillion to 35 trillion. But guess what? Guess what? They put a caveat in there that said it could be uncapped, meaning it can go over. What? What the heck? What the? What? So that means we're looking at, watch this, we're looking at another, we could reach, if we go in recession, deeper recession, because that's what's headed that way, we could go to $40 trillion. So here's the thing, watch this. This is crazy. We only had a budget cut of $50 billion. So let me make this make sense. We only had a budget cut of $50 billion. So what does $50 billion mean? $50 billion equals 0.02% of GDP. Okay, let me make that make a little more sense to you. That's the equivalent of everybody putting up $200. That's the equivalent to. We are $31 trillion in the debt. They just told them they can go up to $35 trillion in debt, and all they cut was $50 billion in spending. I want us to just sit on that. We $31 trillion in debt, and all they cut was $50 billion in spending. That $50 billion equals 0.02% of the budget. That don't even make no sense. You could have just said we ain't stopping. We ain't stopping. Because that ain't gonna do nothing. Now, the Republicans came up with a deal. Now, I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm just saying, here's the deal. The Republicans say, hey, check this out. We need to stop spending. We won't cut by $1.5 trillion. The Democrats say, hell no. I told y'all last week, one party won't cut the spending. The other party wants to spend. But watch this. Here we go. So now, watch this. $21 billion in IRS spending got to stop. So that's what they said. Yo, $21 billion in IRS. Now remind you, $50 billion. No defensive spending for the rest of 2024, and they can increase it by 1% in 2025. Okay, let's go a little further. Watch this. Here's what we get hit hard at. Here's what the people suffer at. Stricter work enforcements for people on food stamp distribution. Read that again. They cutting the bill by $50 billion. $50 billion. IRS got to stop spending $21 billion. Defensive spending going to be flat for the year. They can increase it by 1% next year. But watch this. Stricter requirements for food stamps distribution. Okay? They're reclaiming $30 billion in COVID funds. Where'd that come from? Oh, and last but not least, student loan debt will resume July 31st. Okay. Student loan debt payment will resume July 31st, 1 month ahead of time. First of all, I want to talk about something. Where's you reclaiming the $30 billion in COVID money from? Where you reclaiming that from? Right? So, but now you're going to cut the people food stamps? Essentially, that's what you're doing. Essentially, you're saying we cutting the food stamps by saying stricter requirements. It's already strict to get food stamps. So essentially, you're saying we're going to cut the food stamps a little bit, But you want to go a little deeper because, see, it's unconstitutional to cut Medicaid and Medicare off. So it's unconstitutional to cut Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security off. So you're going to start with food stamps, stricter requirements. I want y'all to read between the lines. I want you to read between the lines. Stricter requirements for food stamps, that's the low-hanging fruit. The food stamps is the low-hanging fruit. Next, you're going to hear what? Stricter requirements for what? Medicaid, Medicare. It's coming. Stricter requirements. That's what they're going to say. See, it's unconstitutional to cut it. It's in the Constitution that you got to take care of those things. It's in the Constitution you got to take care of Social Security. Guess what? Stricter requirements. Stricter requirements. I just want y'all to watch the play. They running the play. I'm not trying to run the play. I'm trying to Ray Lewis. I see it. I'm trying to point out the defense to you. I'm on defense. We're trying to point out what the play is. Running Omaha. I know what that means. I know what that means when they say Omaha. They're running the play. Press coverage. Abort the mission. Audible. Cover 2. Something. All right, but you ain't going to believe me. You're going to wait, and then you're going to complain about it. Let's go a little further, man. Watch this. The debt ceiling been raised for 2 years. Cuts finished. Watch this. $10 billion of new IRS. I won't get this. I say new taxes on government programs. Watch this. Domestic program spending frozen for the year. Okay, let's go a little further for that. Domestic programming. What is that? That is the programming that me and you use on a day-to-day basis. That is stuff like spending for police, spending for bridges, spending for infrastructure, domestic programs, spending for child care, stuff like that's domestic. This is a broad tent. We can just go in there and pick something. We want to cut spending on this. We want freeze spending on things that help the people. Domestic programming. That's a list of about 300 things. We want to freeze spending on helping the people. That's what they ain't cut money on. Building prisons. I bet you they ain't going to cut that. You know how much money it takes for you to bring somebody to jail, to put them against trial? Private prisons, they ain't cut that spending. Guess what else spending they ain't cut? I don't care if you don't like it. The gun manufacturing, the gun distribution, mass killings all over America. We the only country got mass killings like crazy. Guess what? I don't care if the people come after me. You know the people, the gun people, they gonna be mad at this. I don't care. You know why? Because people gonna shoot up schools, bro. That don't make no sense. This is not cool. This is not cool. Domestic programming gonna affect your community. They freezing the things that help us, but the things that's killing us, guess what they ain't cutting? All the poison they're putting in the food. They ain't cutting that. They ain't cutting the fake organic alkaline stuff they put us in the stores. They ain't cutting that. The pork that's on the shelves, they ain't cutting that. The CO2 that comes from agriculture from cows, they ain't cutting none of that. They're not cutting that. Did you know that a cow manure produces more harmful gases than 10, 18-wheelers going on the highway? Did you know that? Did you know that? The gas that comes from cow manure produces more pollution in the air than a highway full of 18-wheelers. But nobody never talks about that. Nobody never goes at the agriculture business like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm about to start a farm my damn self. And we probably gonna have a cow. LaShawna like, why? You was doing good till you went to, I was doing good till I got to that point, L? God damn. L was like, you was doing good till you got there. Leave that part out of it, Trap. All right, damn. Let's go a little further, man. Shit. All right, let's put some things in perspective right quick, right? The U.S. has added $8 trillion in federal debt since the United States has added $8 trillion in federal debt from 2020. So from 2020 to now, the United States has added $8 trillion in debt. From 2020 to 2023, the United States has added $8 trillion in debt. I want you to think about something. Before that, it took us 227 years to add that much debt. So what we did in 227 years, we did it again in 3 years. Some estimates show that $4 trillion in debt will be added by 2025. If a recession hits or a stimulus event takes place, we could easily reach $40 trillion in debt. Watch this. 25% of all government revenue go towards just the interest alone. 25% of the government revenue, 25% of the revenue of this country go just to paying the interest on the debt. What do you think happens when we go $40 trillion in debt? What do you think happens, y'all? We in a bad situation. Let's go a little further, man. Hard facts. After telling y'all all that, I wanted to show y'all something. Watch this. In 2023, the average American is living paycheck to paycheck. Less than $1,000 in savings. Okay, let me backtrack. In 2023, the average American is living paycheck to paycheck. The average American has less than $1,000 in savings with zero investments. The average American now has $30,000 in credit card debt with zero assets. This is the situation for 150 plus Americans. That's more than half. It's more than half. It's more than half. More than half of the people in America are living paycheck to paycheck. More than half the people in America have less than $1,000 saved. More than half the people in America have zero investments. More than half of the people living in America have $30,000 in credit card debt and rising, because we just saw the household debt in America just hit $1.7 trillion. I'm saying that, what do you do when they have taken it from you? What have they taken from you, y'all? I'm not trying to rebel against America or nothing like that, but what I am saying is, at some point, we got to take our own financial situation, our own financial livelihood in our own hands, because evidently we see that the people that's running this country do not care about how the people are impacted by their bad financial decisions. That's what we do know. Because if they did, it wouldn't be hard to just say, hey, yo, we need to stop spending money. The only thing we probably should be spending money on is defense to protect us. Because the more we spend money, the more vulnerable we get and the more people going to attack us. So we need to spend money on defense. We don't need to be giving Ukraine no money. We don't need to be giving none of these other countries no money. They got to take their L and they got to hold it. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. We, as a country, need to be helping ourselves. We need to be figuring out how to not cut Social Security. We need to be figuring out how to let people retire, because we told them they need to retire at 65. We need to make sure we have a way to make the people retire at 65. We just had Memorial Day. Why we got so many veterans? Shout out to the veterans that risk their life for us to live free. Why we got so many veterans that's homeless? Why we got so many veterans that's hard for them to get health care? Why we got so many veterans that we don't take care of? The same people we want to protect us. We don't take care of them. We need to be figuring that out. We need to be figuring that out. We need to be figuring out why we don't pay teachers enough money. We need to be figuring that out. We need to be figuring that out. We need to be figuring that out. Hard facts. There's no way, the land of the free, the home of the brave, there's no way that you got more than half the country with less than $1,000 saved. There's no way possible that should be a fact. There's no way possible that should be a fact. There's no way with a stock market, with real estate, there's no way the average American owns zero assets. There's no way. When you told us that home ownership is the catalyst to wealth, there's no way right now in 2023 it costs more to own a home than rent a home. There's no way that should be a hard fact in America. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way the average person in America don't have $1,000 saved. There's no way. Even with the bad spending habit, this should be a land of opportunity. This should be a land of fruition. What it is? Fruitfulness, abundance. People come here to live and start their life. So there's no way somebody could come from another country and get all these tax breaks, and people who live here can't get the goddamn tax breaks. We got to find loopholes. There's no way the tax break should be for us. It should be in our face. We shouldn't have to go try to find it. There's no way. There's no way. But there is a way. There's a way when the people who are politicians don't care about the people who here. They want me to vote for you, but you're not taking care of me. You want my vote, but you're not taking care of me. You give me a whole bunch of promises and lies when you're running for president or when you're running for governor, but when you get in office, you just playing the game. There's no way. There's no way. It shouldn't be possible. How in the hell we have more people now dying from cancer, more people now got all these diseases and all these high cholesterol? There's no way. If you care about us, why so many foods in America are banned in other countries? At least 300 foods in America are banned in other countries. There's no way you care about me. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way toothpaste has cancer-causing chemicals in it. There's no way soap, deodorant has cancer-causing chemicals in it. There's no way. How? How? But you care about the people. There's no way. There's no way you help another country fight a war when you got people over here fighting wars on their own. You got people around here fighting for their life. People around here homeless. Yo, I think Elon Musk said a good $6 billion will help the homeless people in America. I think he said $6 billion. Wait, $6 billion is all it takes? That's it? Well, last time I checked, we done donated $78 billion to Ukraine. That was the last time I checked. That was the last time I checked. They said if it cost $6 billion, they said $6 billion could help the homeless people in America. That means $6 billion could eradicate homelessness in America. $6 billion. Okay, bet. Why did we send Ukraine $79 billion? What the hell is that? What is that? What is that? There's no way in America that we live in that you want people to continuously to help improve technology when college brings in $5 billion a day from debt. There's no way. There's no way. Hard facts, man. Next segment, man. The money is in the internet, man. Stock performance relative to the S&P 500. Semiconductors, the infrastructure, and software all are outperforming the market this year alone, y'all. Right? You talking about Qualcomm, Samsung, Google, Apple. The market is truly rewarding the internet right now. AI is truly making it have a hard push. I think that we should at least partake in it. I think we should at least partake in it. Let's go a little further. Here's my outlook on the economy. The economy remains resilient. Resilient means strong. We fighting. People want to partake. People want to buy. But don't be fooled by the optimism near term. Remember, optimism comes and goes. GDP and unemployment gains will halt and unemployment will rise. I believe that unemployment will rise. And lastly, a deep recession is avoidable. I think a recession is avoidable. A deep recession is avoidable by doing a few things. But I don't think those things will get done because we can't even figure out how to stop spending money. We can't figure out how to stop spending money. But I think it is avoidable if a couple things happen. Who am I, though? That's my outlook. Let's go a little further. We got guns, but we ain't got no money. America right now spends $877 billion on defense alone. That is more than any other country and more than these 8 countries combined. China, Russia, India, Saudi Arabia, United Kingdom, Germany, France, South Korea, Japan, Ukraine. That was 10 companies. My bad. Count was a little off. I don't know why we got Ukraine on that shit. We spent them. We gave them our money. The hell they doing on it? They should be part of America, goddammit. Sometimes this show just brings the best out of me. Yeah. But here's the companies that's benefiting from it. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon Technologies, Northrop Grumman, General Dynamics, and I can never pronounce this company, Liadas, but I'm gonna tell you what that company is. You ever go to the airport and the metal detectors that you go through, that's that company. Leidos. Leidos? Leidos? The man said he used to work for him. Dave, English is your second, you like me, Dave. English is your second language, bro. You like me. I learned Ebonics first, then English. You learn Spanish first, then English, Dave. We're going to go with that man because he worked for him, Dave. Dave, he said Leidos. Leidos, Dave. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, Dave. We have where 2 or 3 are gathered, Dave. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, Dave. We'll talk about it, brother. All right, so Leidos. So that's the company when you go through the airport, they have the scanners, you dig, and the machines. I look at them every time I go to the airport. These are the companies that are responsible for getting that money. I'm still concerned. Ukraine ain't got no money. They ain't got no money. And all these 10 companies combined spend $849 billion on guns. And America spends $877. And guess what? That's going to have to go to $900 billion. And eventually have to go to $1 trillion. You know why? Because the broker we get, the more money we're going to have to spend to protect ourselves. So we're going to be broker with guns. Believe that. Let's go a little further, Dave. All right, watch this, y'all. This is good. This is good. This is good. Big trash, big money. So watch this. I wrote this out, y'all. I wrote this out for us. So right now, America, the stock market is betting a lot of money on trash, Republic Services, and waste management. Right? The green push by America, by the U.S. government, is turning trash into treasure and boosting the firms and handling America's garbage. Shares of the biggest companies in the United States trash business, Waste Management and Republic Service, have traded at high prices since President Biden. The climate, tax, and health care bill in August. A recent decline, notwithstanding, the stocks are popular picks on Wall Street. Waste Management plans to spend $1.2 billion on trash gas plants and $1 billion in the recycling business. Now, y'all know I'm a big fan of waste management. I'm a big fan of waste management. Big fan of waste management. Watch this. Republic owns 206 active landfalls, also spending $275 million to build full processing facilities. Waste Management has 250 landfalls and is 2 years into its 4-year plan to spend $1.2 billion. Recycling has added $250 million to the bottom line, and the landfill gas output has generated another $500 million for the company. So, I'm a fan of waste management. It doesn't meet all of my criteria, but I've owned it since about 2017, 2018, and it's actually performed for me pretty damn good. They consistently increase the dividend. They consistently keep buying more. They keep buying more landfills. So you have Waste Management, Republic Service, and Waste Connections. Republic Services and Waste Management are the bigger of the two. Waste Management is the bigger of the three, have the bigger market share, definitely make You see the green and yellow trash cans everywhere you go. That WM is big and it's global. I am a, let's go. I am 100% a fan of waste management. Let's go a little further, and we look at how they're performing. They have outperformed the S&P. Republic Services, waste management have definitely outperformed over the last 3 years. They have beat the piss out of the stock market, the S&P. Let's go a little further. All right, man, you can't compete, but you can partner. Listen, man, Ford partners with Tesla, and I said this a while back. Tesla said it earlier in the year. Tesla said, we're going to make about 24,000 charging spots available. Well, Ford is now partnered with Tesla, and Ford CEO said they will have access to 12,000 high-speed chargers by 2024. Now, you can take that how you want. You can be what you feel with it. But again, Tesla is the dominant company in the space, right? I know people are gonna look at ChargePoint and say it's surging, but if you look at the performance over the last 2 years, it's still negative. Still negative. I'm not a fan of it, right? ChargePoint, Unplug Power, we talked about it a couple episodes ago. I'm not crazy about it because I understand what Tesla is doing. I understand what Tesla is doing. And here's what's gonna happen. It's not like gasoline, right? So like gasoline, what do people do when they want, people say every now and then, people say, I'd rather Shell gas, I'd rather Chevron gas. Most people really don't care. I'm gonna be real with you, most people really don't care. That's not about to change with this. And if I'm more than sure, Tesla will be the more reliable brand when it comes to the charge point. I could be wrong. Tesla is the manufacturer of their own chargers. They're the manufacturer of their own chargers. Tesla is integrated vertically. They are the makers of their own. So I think people are going to be more confident when they see the red charge. That's why that's why Ford went with them instead of ChargePoint. Now, I'm not saying ChargePoint stock may not perform, it may, but when I'm talking about durability, when I'm talking about, nobody's not about to stop and say, I want a ChargePoint charger. I want to charge my electric car at ChargePoint. No, man, which one is available? That's all they're going to look at. Which one is available? That's all they're going to look at. Which one is available? So, and they're going to go with, it's kind of like, to me, because people don't know the difference, it's kind of like you saying, I'm going to go to Chevron or Exxon, or I'm going to go to this little generic gas station where the glass is yellow looking. They got the cage on the glass. They got 4 pumps, one of them out of order. You like, they got the dude out there talking about he want to wash your windows. You like, nah, bro, I got enough to get me to, Siri, where's the next Shell station? Siri, where's the Chevron station at? Right? I think people are going to definitely go with that. I could be wrong, but I still think that Tesla is the big dog, and I think Ford is showing you we cutting a deal with Tesla because we understand brand recognition. So I'll go with that. Let's go a little further. All right, Netflix is kicking the door on sharing password. Netflix launches U.S. paid sharing policy designed to encourage new signups. Now check this out. More than 100 million Netflix viewers in the game. So Netflix said everybody, at least one person, everybody who has Netflix has at least one person they're sharing their password with. So with Netflix, now here's the crazy part about this. Netflix started off, if you go back, I wish I could go get that old tweet. I had it early. Remember when I had it earlier? I shared it earlier. But Netflix said this when they first dropped. Share your password. This is how the game changed on everybody. They started off by saying, share the password, 2014. You know why? They wanted viewers. They gave out free samples. You feel me? They gave out free samples. Listen, if you share it with him and him, guess what? I get the viewers. If I get the viewers up, guess what I can do if I get viewers up? Increase the prices. I can show people that I have a stable product. Guess what happened? Now they got up. Now they profitable. Guess what they're saying now? I just got the email yesterday. Is this a household TV? George, when you move in your spot, you can't use my password, dog. You gotta sign up for your own Netflix, dog. George said, I'm in Patreon, though I ain't much care. And I'm joking, though, but real talk like that. And here's the thing what they do. They said, check this out. Remember, beginning of the year, Netflix in the beginning of the year was what?
I'm in a bind, Nate.
In the last year, but we made a lot of money on them. But guess why? They wasn't cash positive yet. Guess what? When they got past cash positive, they changed the game. Guess what they said? We bringing the ads in. We bringing the ads in. That generated more money. And guess what we doing now? Hey, you sharing that password. Guess what? If you're a premium member paying $19.99, you get to add 2 people at a discount price. If you on the standard package at $15.99, you can't add nobody. Your people got to pay $8.99. George, it's $8.99. I'm a premium member. I can add you for like $9.99. Ain't nothing? All right, let's go a little further, man. Netflix, I like Netflix, man. Netflix running the bag up. Also, here's why Netflix running the bag up, too. Because now everybody else realize they can't do what Netflix do. Disney realized that they can't do for Netflix do. Hulu. Everybody realizing now that it look easy, but it ain't. Matter of fact, let me take a minute, man. Shout out, what her name, Chloe Bailey? Shout out Little Mermaid. Shout out Little Mermaid, man. Shout out the Black Little Mermaid, man. Shout out the Black Little Mermaid, man. I ain't lying. That was a good little movie, man. I went and saw it this weekend. It was pretty good. I think it was a little too diverse for me, but I think it was pretty good. Here's why. Can I get my opinion on it? Here's why. Can I get my opinion? They had a white daddy with 7 children. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. 2017, Netflix said, love is sharing. Man, let's give Dave a round of applause, man. Let's give it to Jose. Jose and Dave worked as a unit just now. I like that. So here's what Netflix said. Netflix said, love is sharing a password in 2017. Love is sharing a password. Here's what they said. Now in 2023, they're taking it back. Now it ain't love. Now it ain't love. All right, here's why I say it was a little too diverse. I'm going to get back to it. I didn't leave that. I think as an adult, I'm looking at it with adult eyes and I don't think a kid looking at it like that. But it's a question I might got to answer one day. So my daughter see, okay, here's a white father with 7 daughters. An Asian daughter, a white daughter, a black daughter, Hispanic daughter. I don't know how to answer that question to my daughter. Would I say they was adopted? And then you had the black queen, and she had a son that she picked up from a disaster that happened. And then at the end, they said something that I thought was real cool. At the end, she said something I thought was real cool. She said, a mermaid and a man, so the mermaid was black, the man was white, and she said, maybe they're fine. She said something like, maybe y'all go change the world. And I agree with that. Because I looked at it from a perspective of if black and white people could find a way to coexist, the world can shift. So that's what I got from that part. Like it was it's the black woman, the white man. I was like, maybe that's in my mind, maybe it's saying, y'all go change the world. So I'm not mad at that because if black people and white people can find a way to coexist in America, I truly believe we'll be a great country. Right? And I think at some point, black people just want white people to acknowledge what the hell happened. Stop trying to write the slavery off. Like, stop trying to write it off and just acknowledge, our ancestors did y'all bad. I think that's what black people really want, if I'm being honest with you. That's why every time a white person says something about slavery, like when they say something like, white people down bad, I think that's why black people are like, we repost it so much. We feel like, we just want y'all to say, you know what I'm saying? I think that's all African-American people want. I think black people in America want white people in America to stop acting like what happened didn't happen, that you didn't benefit from it. We want you to acknowledge that redlining happened. We want you to acknowledge that mass incarceration was a thing. We want you to acknowledge that y'all planted drugs in our community. We want you to acknowledge the fact that y'all put guns in our community. We want y'all to acknowledge the fact that y'all, put us, you know what I'm saying? We want y'all to acknowledge this. We want y'all to acknowledge that y'all raped and pillaged our people. Huh? I think we want to acknowledge that. And I think that's why we be so mad in America, because you want somebody to acknowledge instead of gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what, and I could be wrong. I probably done went on a rant too far, but hey, shit, it happens. Little Mermaid went to reparations. God, my bad, Halle Bailey. Listen, you played the hell out of that part. She sung the hell out of that part. She played that role damn good. Salute to you, young queen, for that. I also can't wait to go see Color Purple. Me and my daughter going to see that too. Shout out to Fantasia. She from the city. You dig? I'm going to see that. You sure is ugly. I'm going to see that. All right. Let's go a little further. All right, man, we ain't let y'all see the recession portfolio. Damn, we that deep in the show. All right, 116 minutes. We can do this. All right, let's go. Recession portfolio. As we see, man, we up on NVIDIA. We up on SMH. We up on Meta. We good on that. Let's go a little further than that. I will say this. If you in the Patreon, you want all those plays. We got in the Meta play. George was supposed to get in the Patreon on Friday, Thursday, because the show was Tuesday. He said, I'm getting the Patreon tomorrow, which was Wednesday. I put the Meta play in there Thursday. He still wasn't in the Patreon, so he missed on the Meta play. I bet. We put the Facebook play in there. You gotta rub it in the show. So anyway, and here's the buy and hold portfolio. Crocs gave us 2,600 today. We've been waiting for them to dig us out of that hole. CELH digging me in the hole. So I think we'll come out of it. Eli Lilly, y'all know that's one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie. Meta gave us $48 today. Video gave us another $1,700 today. TPH is still printing for us, you dig? And VRTX, as you can see, the stock market is up 9%. We up 15%, so we still doing crazy today in the market. Oh, want to just put it out here right quick. If you join the Patreon group, there's 4 levels in it. The first one is Bless the Trap. The Bless the Trap is just saying, hey, Trap is $7.99 a month. It's just saying, yo, we respect what you're doing. You have the next level, which is the lottery pick. So whatever company we break down for breaking down a brick tonight, you'll get that stock price tomorrow. And during the week, you'll get a lottery pick. I put a company in the Patreon a couple weeks ago called CNDS Candace Designs. That company's been going crazy since I put it in there. So let's go. A little further. Also, there's the Triple Beam team. Triple Beam team, you get everything I just mentioned, plus you get the options plays that I put in. Now, mind you, if you in the Triple Beam team, I will say this. I am not a day trader. I'm gonna say this again. I am not a day trader. So I do not put trades in every day. I trade when I see opportunities, and I trade leap options when I see opportunity. Nobody gonna kill a game like me. If you got the options portfolio, if you got the options masterclass, you got my entire blueprint. And I can promise you that blueprint that I have, nobody on YouTube, nobody on Instagram, nobody has it. That sauce, nobody has it. I can guarantee it. Now, if you see somebody come out with it after this, guess what? You know they got it from me. They took the course and they got it from me. Also, there's the next level, which is the highest level, which is the Masters of the Triple Beam. Masters of the Triple Beam, you get all of that, plus you get the Triple Beam, which is my discount cash flow formula where you put the numbers in and it tells you what the stock is worth. Plus you get a 10-stock checklist I do every quarter. Plus you get once a month, I do a call with y'all. So we'll probably do the call this month, for June, coming soon. So the prices are $14.99, $49.99, $79.99. So you want to be a part of that, definitely come join us. I can promise you at this point, everybody in there has made money. Everybody in there, from the masters of the triple beam team, the lottery pick, everybody has made money. I can promise you that. Let's go a little further. All right. So this is the segment everybody has been loving and enjoying. Before we get to this segment, man, let's get the likes up right quick. Let's get the likes up right quick. And share this. We're so close to 3,000. We're so close to 3,000. Trap, I need a discount for using my DM I sent you. What DM? What DM? I get a whole bunch of DMs, man. Oh, you talking about on a page? But it must have somebody I used that made money in a group for sure. Let's go. I think we got another month before we can add Trappers Anonymous in. And if you want to get all the levels on the triple beam, it's $79.99. Cancel anytime. Everybody in there done made money, so you should be in there for a minute. You done made money. All right, so like this. Let's get this up to 2,000 likes, y'all. We got 2,800 people in here. Let's get it up to 2,000 likes, please. Let's get it up to 3,000 likes. That ain't nothing but 170 people. Let's get it up. That ain't nothing but 500 people. Let's get it up. Let's get 3,000 people watching it. Send this out. Share this right quick. This is the favorite part of the show that everybody like. Flip it or flush it. Flush it or flip it. Whatever it is. I always say it wrong. Let's go, man. All right. Let's get into it, man. Here we go. First on the block is U-Haul. So U-Haul is another storage company. They operate as a storage company, and they operate as they have a moving factor to their business. They operate in 2 different ways, 3 ways, plus you can also rent equipment from them. Good dividend company, a company that always performs. It's not going to give you stellar growth, solid, kind of high. What do you think? Flush it or flip it? U-Haul. Short term. Flush it or flip it? Flush it or flip it? U-Haul. Flush it or flip it? I'm going to flip it, man. Toodie, what am I thinking? There we go. All right, we'll flip it. Okay, we had a good, okay, we had a 61% for flip it. All right, next. Dropbox. Today, the company actually beat earnings, the company beat revenue. Also, they also added that they will be adding AI to their business model because more company will need storage. Flush it or flip it. Dropbox. How do we feel about it? I'm going to go ahead on and flip Dropbox. Okay, we got a 60% on Dropbox. Let's go. All right, next. Advanced Auto Part, another discount auto part dealer. Competitors are O'Reilly's and what's the other one? AutoZone. How do we feel? We feel like people are not going to buy new cars going into this type of economic environment. How do we feel? We feel like people they want to fix their cars up. Advanced Auto Parts. Do we want to flush it or flip it? I'm going to go ahead on and flush Advanced Auto Parts. All right, Jose, what was we on that? Okay. They were trying to flip it. Nah, y'all wrong on that. All right. CrowdStrike. Damn, that's all it was flushing. It was lingering around the bowl here. All right, CrowdStrike, man. A company I've been in for a long time. CrowdStrike is a great company inside of the cybersecurity. We feel like more technology, more AI. CrowdStrike, are we flushing it or are we flipping it? CrowdStrike, are we flushing it or are we flipping it? We gonna flip CrowdStrike, y'all. All right, y'all. Y'all doing good. All right, Salesforce. Listen, man, Salesforce is a business that is good for helping companies in their technology back-end segmented work. Salesforce is good for automating stuff, too, for companies. Flush it or flip it. We're going to flip Salesforce, y'all. We're going to flip Salesforce. Jose, what that look like? Ooh, they like that. All right. Y'all on it. All right, Lululemon. Listen, this company has emerged as an athleisure company, man. They have emerged as an athleisure company solely focusing on women, women's apparel, women's lifestyle. They also partner with yoga and fitness enthusiasts in the area. They let them do pop-up shops where they become brand ambassadors. They have so much technology behind their wear. Lululemon, are we flushing it or are we flipping it? We are flipping Lululemon. We on roll today. All right, next, Macy's. Macy's. We're talking about a department store. The only thing I get out of Macy's is probably some bed sheets, man. I went and got a bed sheet. I needed a bed sheet in the moment. I went and got a comforter out of Macy's, man. It was pretty good, though. Big king comforter, some nice pillows. I probably could have went to Bed Bath & Beyond. I definitely wasn't ordering them Versace things. Y'all could kill that. That stuff was too high. I got a 7-year-old daughter. She sleep bad. She got her own room and she don't want to be in her bed. For some reason, she's still daddy's girl. Macy's, flush it or flip it. Y'all think y'all know. Y'all think y'all smart. Y'all think y'all smart. All right, I got one for you. This is a tricky one. Five Below. Company. We got to call a plumber. I hope they got the flap. All right, man. Five Below, man, a company that focuses on not having products over $5. They kind of do have some products in the $6 range, but have a great clientele. The stock has performed pretty good. Great balance sheet, great income statement. Five Below, y'all, how we feel? There's a difference between going to Five Below and Dollar General. There's a difference between going to Five Below and Family Dollar. There's a difference between going to Five Below and the other. How do we feel about Dollar General? So I'm going to tell y'all what's funny in here, y'all. Everybody, listen to me, people. Everybody who was in here, Lashana, Gindy, Jose, everybody doing this in here. That means flush it or flip it is a winner, man. We gonna flip it, man. Five Below is a flip. All right, I got one for y'all now. Hormel. Hormel. We talking about canned goods. Known for the chili. The red can with the yellow around the top. Hormel. How we feel about that one, Jose? Flush it or flip it. Flush it or flip it. Flush it or flip it. Hormel, the canned good company. Hormel gonna send you to the toilet. We gonna flush Hormel, y'all. We gonna flush Hormel. All right, got one for y'all now. Get out of here. MongoDB. Now, this is a company that is definitely inside of that machine learning. AI is in there. It's definitely gonna make a lot of leeway or headway in that industry. How do we feel about MongoDB? MongoDB. How do we feel about it? We gonna flip it. We definitely gonna flip MongoDB. All right, this one gonna cause chaos. This one gonna cause chaos. This one gonna cause chaos. Charge Point. Now, ChargePoint is one of the players inside of the charging station industries. Its competition is Plug Power and Tesla. Now, what I will say is I think ChargePoint has the biggest network as of right now. The stock has performed not bad in the last couple of days, if I say so myself. How do we feel about ChargePoint in the long term? How do we feel about ChargePoint? Flush that trick! Flush that trick! Flush that trick! Flush that trick! All right, what I will say is this, man. ChargePoint does have a lot of locations, but I don't believe in it in the long term simply because I like to find businesses that have moats in them. Just because they have more locations, I don't think the company has found its way yet. I don't think they've found a way to what's the word I'm looking for? Separate themselves from Tesla being the future of that industry. I think people will always go with the known name. I think the stock will perform here and there, give us spurts, but I think you'll lose more money than you'll win more money messing with that company. And my goal is not to help you lose money, it's to help you win money. So, man, that was a great segment of Flush It or Flip It. Some things gonna get flipped, some things gonna get flushed. But I like this segment. LaShawna, we're gonna make this its own game show. We're gonna turn Flush It or Flip It into a 30-minute game show on the network. I like that. I think people will tune into that. Let me know something right quick, y'all. If I turn Flush It or Flip It into its own game show, would it be a hit? I think that could go on the network. Can we trademark Flush It or Flip It? We got to give it another name. All right. Before we go, man, let's take a commercial break. What's good, trappers, man? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Right now, I want to invite you to an amazing experience full of value. That is my community, Trappers Anonymous. It's 100% the greatest fundamental investing community on the market. Listen, your portfolio should be a masterpiece. And the only way we get you there is if we help you to learn how to invest with confidence. Now listen, I get it. Like you don't know a lot about stocks, or maybe you've heard people say how much money they lost in stocks, but I can guarantee you, one, because they weren't in the community, and two, they lack the information. Our goal in Trappers Anonymous is to help you, really to hold your hand on the journey to becoming a confident investor, learning how to navigate through the different events that the stock market goes through to take you from panic to encouragement. There's no better time than now. This is an opportunity only for those who are willing to be on the journey. So listen, man, click the link below. Come join me in Trappers Anonymous, man. I will see you in one of our many classes, whether it's Moat Monday, whether it's the 2-hour class we do on Sunday, or whether it's just a book club. Everything is geared toward making you a better investor so you can triple your net worth and turn your last name to an asset. It's your boy, Wall Street Trapper. See you in the trap. All right, man. Let's go, man. This segment of the show is breaking down a brick, man. Y'all know it. So let's go, man. Let's get straight to it. If you are in the Patreon, you know for a fact this will be in it. Also, all my members in Trappers Anonymous, let me give y'all an apology, man. Last week I was so focused on just trying to get the tour together, I neglected y'all. This week we did Live from the Kitchen, which was Sunday, which was dope. So tomorrow I will have our Moat Mondays, and I will have our Ticker Tuesday in there tomorrow. Also, we're going to get back to doing the opening and the closings. So we're going to get back to doing like an opening call a week and a closing call a week, an opening bell call and a closing bell call. I'm going to get back to that. I owe y'all. Last week, I didn't post at all. I was just focused on getting the tour right. I was so focused on getting that tour together and putting that in play. You know, we did that. So I want to apologize to my people in Trappers Anonymous because I neglected y'all last week. But at the same time, I want to update. I want to shout to my lieutenants, whether it's Tori, whether it's Jabari, whether it's Lieutenant Casey, Ashley. I want to promote y'all because y'all definitely, Lieutenant Paul, Lieutenant Lala, y'all definitely held the group down last week for me. So I just want to give y'all that. Y'all definitely held the group down for me last week. I got y'all this week. So this week, I got y'all tomorrow with Mo Monday. I got y'all tomorrow with Ticker Symbol Tuesday. I got y'all. So I wanted to just I want to just put that out there to y'all. All right, let's go a little further, man. So, all right, so if you're in the Patreon, let's go, man. So you know you're going to get this stock price tomorrow. And tomorrow you'll get this stock price, and then probably Thursday or Friday you'll get the lottery pick. All right, let's go, man. Breaking down the brick this week is none other than Microsoft. Microsoft, man, is a corporation that develops, licenses, and supports software services, devices, and solutions. Worldwide, the company operates in 3 segments: productivity and business processes, intellectual crowd, and personal computing. Let's go a little further. I bet. So first thing we want to look at when we're looking at a company is the revenue growing year over year. Yes, Microsoft's revenue is growing year over year. We definitely love a company that is growing its revenue. Revenue but I want you to understand that growing revenue does not mean growing profits. Next, income growing. No, go back. All right, income growing year over year, net income. So that's lovely for us too because it means the income coming and that's good. It's grown over the last 5 years. Here's what I love: cash flow from operating activities. That is important for me. It is important for us as well to see a company that has the cash flow from its operating activities growing. It is important that we see a company that has the cash flow from operating activities growing. Next, free cash flow is positive for the last 5 years. That is a major plus. A major plus when we can have a company that is consistently growing the free cash flow. If you're a trapper, if you've ever taken a Wallstreet trapping course, this is something that we truly, truly look for. Next, gross margins. So listen, anytime a company is consistently growing its margins, we love that. Margins are supposed to grow. They're not supposed to go deficient. We want to see a company that consistently can grow its margins. And lastly, let's go into the earnings per share. The earnings per share has grown for the last 5 years, which tells us that the company is consistently adding to its balance sheets, is adding to its income statement, is adding to its growing investments. The company is growing financially, so we like that in all areas, not just operations. Let's go a little further. All right, so one of the things we look at right here is the ROIC is 26%. We love that. We love to see a company growing. So ROIC tells return on invested capital. It tells us that for every $1 a company put out, you're getting $26 back. I love a company with a high ROIC. That is one of those things for me with free cash flow that I love to see with a company. All right, let's go a little further. And here we go. We see the company, long-term equity, we see up. Debt is declining. I want y'all to pay attention to that. What we see is the debt is declining. And the cash and short-term investments are growing. So we like that. They have a current ratio, means the current ratio is something that's important for us because it tells us the short-term liabilities and the short-term assets. It means that the short-term assets are taking more than the short-term liabilities. We like that. Debt to EBITDA is good. 0.6. Interest coverage ratio is amazing. As a trapper, you know the IC aura is one of the things that we proud ourselves on when we invest in a company. IC aura, interest coverage ratio, tells us that a company has enough money to use its operational cash flow to pay off its debt. Remember that, IC aura, we love that. And also servicing the debt, 2.4 ratio, we love it. We love a company that can use debt and then service the debt. We love a company that can use debt and then service the debt. All right, let's go a little further. All right, here we go, right? We see that the net income is increasing from a perspective of 28% year over year for the last 7 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now we just talking about company breakdown right here. Net income has increased 28% year over year for the last 7 years. That is a beautiful, beautiful statistic. Revenue has increased 12% year over year. We like that as well. We like that as well because we see the revenue is growing. That means the company is consistently bringing in revenue. I will say the CEOs that they bring into Microsoft, they have found it. They have figured it out. The CEOs they bring in, they have, because for about 7 to 8 years, Microsoft was just trading sideways. When these guys came in, they truly changed what Microsoft is doing. Let's go a little further. And my favorite, free cash flow, increase of 15% year over year for the last 7 years. That means we are looking at a company that has consistently known what to do with their money. Right? They're paying debt off. They are keeping capital expenditures down, CapEx down. It's not capital intensive. And the free cash flow is the money they have left over after they paying all debts and stuff. So we love a company that is strong in free cash flow. Let's go a little further. All right, and so let's break down the segments of how they're spending money, man. So the first, we see operating revenue by geographic region. We see that $100 billion is straight up in the United States, right? $100 billion, majority of their money, but not by a landslide, right? $100 billion coming in by the United States, 98.1 billion coming outside the United States. So it's not a big landslide, which tells us that we got a company that could go in any market, in any country, in any region and make money. That's good. That's good. All right, let's go a little further. Go back. Go back. All right, boom. Operating revenue by business. So the personal computing is 30%. The intelligent cloud is 75%. And the productivity and business process is 64%, 63 billion. So we see they make more money from the intelligent cloud. So the cloud is the bigger part of their business. And then the next part is the productive and business. And then we go here. Operating revenue by region, we see that. Let's go a little further. All right, now we get into the specifics of it, right? Here's what I love to look at. I love to look at here, first of all, their earnings growth compared to their peers is good. But I like it right here. The debt level, Microsoft has more cash than total debt. That's always a plus. Microsoft has more cash than debt, total debt. That's a plus. So that means they have more cash on the books than short-term debt and long-term debt. I know this part may be a little boring, but this is breaking down a company. This is what breaking down a company looks like. A great person, when you start to break down a company and look at some of these things, these are the things that excite you. You feel me? These are the things that excite you when you see that a company has more cash than debt. When you see that Microsoft is reducing the debt to equity ratio, it has reduced from 97% to 24% in the last 5 years. These are the things that excite you. These are the things that excite you, right? You see a company went from 94.7% to 24% in debt in 5 years. Those are the things that excite you. Magnificent Seven. These are the things that excite you. All right, interest coverage ratio means Microsoft earns more interest than it's paid, so its interest payments are covered. It's telling us that they can make money they can pay the interest on their debt. You feel me? It's telling us that they can pay the interest on their debt. You feel me? From operations. This is good. Again, I know this may be a boring part of the show, but I'm going to be real with you. If you really want to learn how to invest, here's a cheat code for you. If you took the beginner's course, you can go say, yo, let me see how Trap breaking down a brick Let me see the metric trap using for breaking down a brick, and let me go use those same things. That at least get me halfway through so you're not lost. We talked about giving you free game. Right? We talking about giving you free game. We said, all right, Trap, I took the beginner's course for $37. If I could use the beginner course and then come look at breaking down a brick and see just the metrics you're using, at least now I know how to at least I'm not confused with a company. You feel me? So I know, again, I know it may be boring. I know we laugh and stuff, but I always want to walk through this slow so you can see it. All right, so we look right here and we see quality earnings. That means the earnings are good, the profit margins, the earnings trend is going up, accelerated growth. This is where they're struggling at because they're figuring out where the growth at outside of their main companies. And they got a high ROE. Here's what we do like. Short-term liabilities, $163 billion. Exceed the short-term assets exceed short-term liability, which is good. This brings us to the current ratio or the working capital, right? Brings us to the current ratio or the working capital. So if we see short-term liabilities is in the green, we see Microsoft has $163 billion in short-term assets and $85 billion in short-term liabilities. That tells us right now that if Microsoft went through any type of situation, guess what? In the short term, guess what? They got cash on deck that can play for it. Right? That tells us, in essence, if they had any type of catastrophe happen, a catastrophic event happen in the short term, they got enough money on hand, we can pay for that. We not.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
That ain't Microsoft. And lastly, we got long-term liabilities. So Microsoft short-term assets, $163 billion, exceed the long-term. Look, I just want us to understand. This is how sweet this company is. This is how sweet this company is. The company's so sweet is they got, watch this, they got $163 billion in short-term debt, but they got $99 billion in long-term debt. So let me say that again. They got $163 billion in short-term assets and $99 billion in long-term debt. They got enough short-term assets to even pay off their long-term debt. That's crazy. That ain't even got into their long-term assets. That ain't got into the overall assets. They got enough short-term assets to pay the long-term debt. That's sick. That's sick. You're not gonna run them. I'm gonna be real with you. You're not going to run across too many companies that have that. You know what I'm saying? Man, look at Jose. We got to just highlight this. Dude say, I'm not going to lie. Buddy charging me $25 to be in his group chat, and he ain't explaining nothing to me. I got to just keep coming to Trap. For free. I mean, it may cost you 3 hours. Shut up, George. Let's go a little further, man. All right, so if you in the Patreon group, man, you know for a fact that you will get this stock price tomorrow. All right, man, let's go, man. 1-800-TRAP, a hotline. We didn't have the call-ins that came. The videos were real muggy. So we're going to read the questions out loud to them. All right, Patreon group, here we go. Also, if you're in a Patreon group, if you're in Masters of the Triple Beam. So, Jose, the questions come from who? Masters of the Triple Beam and Triple Beam team, right? Yep. So that's another perk. If you're in Masters of the Triple Beam or Triple Beam team, we select 4 questions right here. Look, somebody said I paid $200 and got nothing. For free. Man, drop the link to the goddamn tour in the chat, man. The tour gonna be lit. I'm telling y'all. Nobody can compare. I'm coming after Dave Ramsey, man. I'm not coming after Dave. I'm gonna tell you, can I tell you a realization I came to? And it's real talk. I already knew that I wasn't in competition with nobody, but I realized that the way that we operate and what we are here to do as a brand, as a company, as a media company that is inspiring to be a major impact on it. Like the way what we deliver is like nobody else. So like we can't be compared to nobody else. But also nobody can compare to us. Because what we deliver is different. Like Dave Ramsey talks about budgeting and that ain't my lane. Right? I want you to get your money right. You know what I'm saying? Like we the only one do a live show with this much production, with this much, watch this, in-depth knowledge. This ain't scripted. This me, the reason, you know why the show be 3 hours real talk? Because once I get into something, I realize how much information I got in my head. Once I start talking about it, it just come out. Once I see the graphic, I'm like, oh, bam. I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't be writing nothing but stuff on my thing, man. I be writing what I be telling y'all on the thing. I be writing so it can come out of my head. You feel me? Like this, that's how much, we've been doing for 45 weeks. You feel me? Like we bar none, we just different. And the world gonna catch on. And I had to realize that. I'm not gonna lie, I had to have an epiphany moment myself. I say, man, bro, like, we not in competition with nobody over here. We in our own lane, we doing our own thing. We don't need, we running this. We gonna have some other shows that's gonna come out. Former with Big Trap, we got some other shows, movies, series, game shows. Man, we in our own lane over here, man. We in our own lane over, we creating our own thing over here, man. So, man, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you come to the realization that you're in your own lane and you doing your own thing and you don't gotta compete with nobody, yo, you just flow different. You just flow different. You just flow different. Once you realize, yo, I'm in my own lane. Yo, I'm like doing my own thing. Like when it comes to this and this and this, I know like you just flow different. You ain't, man, I ain't trying to hurt me and do this or this. I ain't trying to, man, I mean, I'm flowing. And I want to shout to everybody that been rocking with us for 45 weeks. Because we ain't missed a week. We delivered on Christmas. We delivered on Thanksgiving. Specials. In real time. Stop playing with us. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. My birthday on the 4th of July, and that fall on a Tuesday. That might be that's going to be a pre-record. That's going to be a pre-record. I'm going to record that on Monday. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. All right. First call is, hey, Trap, my name is Ronald. I'm looking at some leaps for Amazon and Google. Would you advise to start scaling in now or wait for tech to pull back, then execute? I appreciate you. Ronald, that is a lot for me to answer. The first thing I'm going to tell you is if you have the Options Masterclass, you'll know exactly when to get in that. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because I'm not looking at the chart right now. I'm not looking at what I need to look at, the specifics. So what I will say is this. They've been running hot a little lately. I can promise you that they've been running hot lately, especially Amazon and Google, because I'm waiting to get in Google. I'm waiting to get in both of them. So they've been running real hot lately. I'm not looking at the chart exactly, but I would say, you know, we like to buy options at a discount, so we got to wait for a few key metrics that we're waiting on for that to happen. But they are on the chart for me and in the group. But once it hit those metrics, I will hop in. So 100%. Great question, family. Let's go. Next question. What's up, I'm Trap? My name is Derek. Most call me Rob. Wait, what? You're going to have to, Rob, you're going to have Derek, D Rob. You had to DM me and explain this one to me, bro. Like, how Derek get called Rob? What? I'm lost. All right, my guy, brother, fam. All right. Y'all know y'all can't come on. You know you can't do me this. You know you can't do me this. All right, what's up in Trap? My name is Derek. Most call me Rob. When you're doing your option moves or setting up at the end of quarters or the beginning, opportunity. I'm not really, again, so we know that there's a certain time, like Quad Winching always gives us great opportunities, kind of, sort of, but there's certain metrics we're looking for. So we're looking for, one, we want to get it on a deep discount before we even get the option, because if you get the option on the discount, you can't do nothing but go up on it. So it's not so much quarters or the beginning or the ending, because we just got the Facebook option Thursday, and that thing ran up for us. So it's kind of not neither or, it's kind of opportunity. That's why I tell you I don't day trade, because I'm also waiting on the opportunity that I see before I get in it. Great question. Great question. All right, Kenya. My name is Kenya Robinson. Many more blessings to you and your team, Trap. The culture commends and appreciate all that you guys do for us. Thank you, Queen. My question is, I have less than 50 shares of Square. Should I average down and hold for the future, or should I take the L? Okay. Tell Jose he's loud. 50 shares of Square. I don't want you to just take the L. What I will say do is this. I say average down one more. My suggestion, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes only. If you cannot do the research, or if you cannot learn how to mitigate the risk, I advise that you get with a financial advisor. I can only take you to the trap house. What I will say is I will wait. I wouldn't get out of it. I would give it some time, right? The market is probably not rewarding either of those right now, either PayPal or Square. Right now, it's going to be a real volatile moment for both of those companies. You're going to go through the roller coaster ride of emotions. I think you average down one time to get your cost basis down. Average down good. Average down good. I wish you was in the chat so I can see what your price was that you got it, right? Kenya, are you in the chat? Kenya, are you in the chat? If you're in the chat, say yes. If you're in the chat, say yes. Just type yes for me, because I want to see something right quick. That's how you know we live in the moment. We're going to give her 2 minutes to say something. Is she in the chat? Is she in the chat? Is she in the chat? Say yes. All right, I would love to know what price you got in at, so we can know how far you had to go down. Because I would want you to get that down. I would want you to get that down because you're already in it. And everybody's situation is different. But I will say this, your time horizon on it got to be 5 years. Your time horizon on it got to be 5 years. If you ain't thinking 5 years from now, leave it alone. Right? I would want you to average down. I would want you to average down because you have 50 shares. That means you believed in it. Right? You believed in it. So I would want you to think 5 years from now. Because with AI and all these other things coming into the game, I think Jack Dorsey, I think he may pull a move off. So that's my answer to that. What we got? We got one more? Miguel Hernandez. What up, big brother? I'm sorry. What up, Trap? Looking at a company's key metrics, how do we know if a company is a good company to invest into? And what do you look for when making leap options? That's the Wall Street Trappin course in total. And that's the options masterclass in total. But I will tell you this. What I will tell you is this. Free cash flow, good management, and a company having a moat. Free cash flow, good management, a company having a strong moat, and high return on invested capital are metrics that I look for in a company. Next, what do you look for when making the options plays? Great fundamentals and opportunity. Great fundamentals and the opportunities. So did Kenya come in here for a second? They say she came in. Let me see if she came in. You see her, Jose? You don't see her? All right, we'll go first. Let's move on. I just wanted to give her a shout out before she. Did we see her right quick, Kenya Robinson? We don't see her, Jose? All right, cool. All right, let's go a little further. All right, so let's go. This one is the Certified Trap of the Week, man. This one here made me proud, man. Let's go with it. So, Thomas Jennings, an African-American inventor, tradesman inventing abolition in New York City, New York. He was the distinction of being African-American patent holder of history. He was granted the patent in 1821 for his novel method of dry cleaning. When I ran across this guy, man, he was the person who invented dry cleaning. George Jefferson. Moving on up. Right? So he was granted the patent in 1821 for his method of dry cleaning. Jennings' invention, along with his business expertise, yielded a significant personal fortune, much of which he put into abolitionist movement in the United States. So here's what I love about purpose. Right? Not only did he create dry cleaning, he also took the dry cleaning money and fought against slavery. That's cold-blooded right there. When I ran across that and I saw that, I was like, yo, this gangster. This one you love the movement. This one you love what you doing right here. You feel me? 200 and what? 2 years ago, 202 years ago, this man invented dry cleaning. And he fought for our freedom with his money. Let's go, man. All right, man, so this week's word is learn the lingo. Let's go, man. This week's word is debt ceiling. A limit that Congress imposes on the amount of money that the federal government owes and can spend. Debt ceiling. The federal government is only allowed to borrow so much, is only allowed to spend so much from so much. And we realize that every few years, the government gets put in a predicament because they always want to spend more than they can. Now, here's my thing about that. If you know you can only spend so much in so much amount of time, why are you more mindful of what you're spending? You know what I'm saying? If you already know that you can spend, here's why. Because they know that in only a certain amount of time, they'll be able to do what? Raise it up a little more. It's kind of like punishing your kids. But getting them all punishment every time they get on punishment. You feel me? Every time. It's like you punish your kids and then every time you punish. All right, I've left the punishment up. And I think that we put ourselves in a situation in this economy where no one is held accountable for the actions of the government but the people. Nobody is held accountable for the actions of the government but the people. And we the people should not be held accountable for the government's mismanagement of money because we being chastised by our own wrong financial decisions. We shouldn't be chastised twice. And that's all I got to say about that. Let's go a little further, man. All right, man. So this one is the WealthTrack by none other than my guy. Well, not my guy, but you know. Young Jeezy, man. So he says something that is that I like. It embodies two things for me. One, can't pay my family bills with no street cred. Can't feed my family meals with no street cred. spend summers in the grill with no street cred, close $1 million deals with no street cred. I think for a lot of us that grew up thinking that I'm real, I'm gangster, my street cred, I like that because as we get older, we realize that it don't mean nothing. Of course, you have integrity, you have morals, you grow, but where does it truly benefit me in life? Where does it truly benefit me on a journey to building wealth? Where does it truly benefit me? Everybody I know with real good street cred is in prison. Everybody with A1 street cred is either in prison or in a casket. Appreciate the super chat, Queen. So my question is, does it really matter? Does it really matter? Street cred. I can't go to not one person to pay bills with that. Amazon don't take it. AT&T don't take it. They should. They broke. Georgia Power ain't take. The mortgage people ain't. The Cardinal people, they don't care about how real you is. Huh? Can you pay the bills? If I got A1 street cred and I go to jail or I get killed, ain't none of them gonna take care of my daughter. They ain't gonna move her. They ain't gonna make sure she go to private school. They ain't gonna make sure she learn about financial literacy. They ain't gonna make sure she go to college. They ain't gonna start a business and make her a CEO. They ain't gonna make her a shareholder in a farm. So is my street cred really legitimate? Is it valid? Is it good enough just for me to be around my homies and them to say, yo, trap the shooter, free the real one? I'm not gonna speak on a situation that happened to me this week, but my street cred almost made me lose everything. Because of the residue of the street cred. Almost lost it all. And then, last but not least, you can't close no $1 million deals with no street cred. Ain't nobody on the stock market gonna let you IPO because you a gangster. Ain't nobody letting you start a business because you a gangster. As a matter of fact, most of the gangsters I know that did bow the game gracefully, they broke. They got a whole bunch of has-been stories, used to be stories, I was once stories, in the 80s stories, in the 90s stories, back in the day stories, but they still gangster. And we still call them OG because we respect it. But in the business world, how much validation does it hold? And I remember going into the prison with E.T., and I'm looking at all the young boys, ages 11 and 18, and guess the one thing they holding on their chest? Street cred. Now, I'm not being an advocate for saying, go tell on somebody if you did a crime, or if you in the street, you got to pay the price that come with being in the street. But my thing to you is this: is the street cred now worth even playing? Signing up? Is it even worth signing up for the street cred? You feel like if you're an entrepreneur and you're not in the street, you're not even signing up. Are you signing up for business credit? If you're an entrepreneur, you signing up for business credit. If you work at a 9 to 5, you sign up for personal credit. But if you go to the street, you signing up for street cred. And the crazy part is, between entrepreneurship and working a 9 to 5, the street cred is the most expensive one. It holds the highest price tag because it's not valued in dollar amount. It's valued in your life. The value of the street cred is your life. Business cred is money. Entrepreneurship, 9 to 5, you're trying to, that's a metric system. That metric system is how can you pay back bills? How can you leverage? Street cred is value with your life. That's a hefty price to pay. It's a hefty price to pay. And I'm going to be real with you. I paid it. When I did my 10 years, they asked me a whole bunch of questions. I was like, man, y'all tripping. We went into the room. They had everybody in my neighborhood name on the wall. They had all our pictures on the wall from my neighborhood. When I caught the last charge in 2010, guess what? They said, if you tell me who give you this or who you scored it from or who the person, because you the middleman, you the man on the bottom of the totem pole, who sold you all this? Where you get the gun from? I was facing another 25 years. My life, my freedom. Now, of course, my name's still good, but look at the price I had to pay. Now, here's the dope part. My name better in the financial industry, in the business world, than it is on the street. And all I had to do was do business with integrity and give people value. I ain't had to risk my life. So I'll take the business cred, the branding cred. Y'all can have the street cred. Because you go around the world, nobody don't know free like that, but you tell them Wallstreet Trapper, we can move a few things. So I'll take the financial cred, then street cred. All right, let's move it up further, man. All right, man, so this is it. This is what we come for, man. This is such an amazing episode. I think we had fun. But at the beginning of the episode, we asked you about something about what did it cost you? What did it take from you? What did the bad information take from you? What did the faulty blueprint take from you? Honestly, man, what did America take from you? Of course, you know, America is a somewhat amazing place to live with full of opportunities. But what happens when you aren't even privy to the opportunities? What happens when everything you've been taught makes you afraid of the opportunities? What happens when you can't identify the opportunities? What happens when the opportunities scare you? What happens when you've been taught something for so long, you don't know how to move a different way? What if they're taken from you? The faulty blueprint. A lifetime of investing, the consequences of investing is a lifetime of freedom. But freedom looks different for so many of us. Freedom is an acquired taste that only a few will grasp. But what is the option? What is worth going all in for? What is it worth for you to change the narrative? What is it worth for you to change the story of your family? A while back, I asked you, what does it cost you? I said, it gotta be worth something to you. And people held on to that. People believed in that. People anchored themselves to that because in the moment you ask, damn, like, it gotta cost me something, but it gotta mean a whole lot to me. Changing my family's name means everything to me. Because if not me, then who? If not you, then who? If not now, then when? We can't wait for another opportunity like this to take advantage of the opportunity that we have. Listen to that again. We can't wait for another opportunity like this to take advantage of the opportunity that we have. Meaning, we can't wait for what's going to happen in the future, but we have the opportunity to take advantage of it now. The opportunities that you do not take advantage of become hurdles in the future. the opportunities that you do take advantage of become freedom, leverage, trampolines, bouncing boards for the future. But in order to identify that, you got to ask yourself this question: what does the future look like to you? For some people, the future is bleak. For some people, the future is grim. So it don't pay them to look forward. For some of us, we look at the glass half full. So we're always optimistic. But don't let the optimism be too big. Don't let the optimism make you take advantage of things or bite on pipe dreams. Use the data to make you move forward. Use the data to help you navigate. We said something today, stock market babies. I love that. I love how that sounds. Because they called us crack babies. They called us food stamp babies. They called us welfare babies. They called us all kind of babies when none of them was in the right light. Well, call me a stock market baby because this baby gonna print. My money is fertile. We're gonna produce wealth, and the stock market is gonna be the reason behind it. Not arrogant, not gloating, but man, when I saw my options account go to $1 million, I was like, ooh, because I know I did something nobody in my family ain't never done. But guess what? I now have the blueprint on how it can get done. Stock market babies. We talking about beating the market up 9%, we up 15%. We talking stock market babies. When we say trust fund babies, we talk about everybody but us. And we okay with that. Or you a trust fund baby. And the crazy part about it, if a black person or a low income person some kind of way became a trust fund baby, in our mind, that's something to be shameful about. How the hell? I ain't no trust fund baby. Stock market babies. Let's normalize that. Let's normalize now having kids at a young age that know about investing. All right, the school may not teach our kid financial literacy, but guess what? We can. Stock market babies. Y'all know our theme, man. We the last ones to get it out the mud, so everybody behind us can get it out the market. Let's make that a norm. Let's make getting it out the market the norm. Watch how this changes your kid's mindset. My child already be talking about trapping Toodies. She already talking about stocks. She already talking about dividends. She talking about money. You know why? We normalize the conversation. I don't need her to execute now. I just want her to be in position when she's 16, when she's 15. I'm playing a long game. What happens when you start playing the long game? Playing a long game with your kids, playing a long game with your nieces and nephews, playing a long game with yourself. I'm not trying to get rich overnight. I'm gonna get there though. I know I can't get wealthy overnight. I'm gonna get there though. The dividend portfolio gonna print 6 figures, 7 figures. I'm gonna get there though. The options account gonna print 7 figures. Eventually, I'm gonna get there though. I got the one contract. The one contract gonna turn to 2. The 2 contracts gonna turn to 4. The 4 contracts gonna turn to 8. The 8 contracts gonna turn to 16. The 16 contracts gonna turn 32. 32 contract gonna turn to 64. So on and so forth. But I started at 1, but I'm gonna get there though. Stock market babies. That's what we talking about. Because if I see somebody do it, I know it's possible. I know it's possible. And once we understand that the possibilities are endless, we become limitless. Take them limits off you. Take how much money you think you can make, take that off you. What happens is we put the limits on ourselves. I'm gonna be a millionaire. Why are you skipping $1 billion? I want to make 100. I want to make 6 figures. Why you ain't thinking about 7? Because there's only a few tweaks you got to make here and there. Stop putting the limits on yourself. Take the limits off you. Because we see right now America ain't got no limits. That debt ceiling limit is a facade. Why are you putting the limit on you? Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. I love this game. I love the way we revolutionize doing the options plays. You know why? Because I ain't the person to sit in front of the screen all day and I can still go make 50, 60, 100,000. I can still make 10,000. Somebody can still make 5,000. Somebody can still make 30,000. Somebody can say, Trap, I done learned it. I want to put 5,000 and then turn to 30 and, ooh, bet, exposure, possibilities, stock babies. That's why I love the game. The money don't discriminate in here who make it. I'm keeping it real. They might discriminate what school you go to. They might discriminate what position you can get on the job. They might can discriminate who the boss here. They might discriminate who the head coach here. But they can't discriminate how much and who make the money on that market. Because everybody on there just see green. Everybody just see green. They don't care if it's a black man putting the money there. They don't care if it's a white man putting the money there. They don't care if it's a white woman putting the money there. They don't care if it's an Asian man putting the money there. They don't care if it's an alien or a purple man putting the money there. Guess what? Green. Stock market babies. Unlimited money. Unlimited money. Unlimited money. Let that term sit in your head. What happens when you have the potential to print money at a whim? What happens when you have the knowledge? What happened when you had the knowledge to say, bet, I'm going to go get 20, 30,000 out this market? Ooh, that's a different kind of power. I'm going to go print 5,000 out the market. That's a different type of power. When somebody say, yo, I need, and you don't got to say, listen, I'm all for being the person that say, yo, I'm going to pray for you. But what happens when you say, bet, I'm going to pray for you and I'm about to go get it out the market right quick? Because the options printing or the buy and holds printing. It's a different type of power. It's a different type of power when financially you walk through life secure. There's people that's walking through life right now that's not financially secure. Not just in their bank account, but their ability to go make money any other way outside of working for it. You can't walk through life and all you know is one way. You can't walk through life and all you know is the only way I know how to make money is going to clock in. You can't be secure if you know the only way I know how to make money is this one business that I started. Because you're a slave to the business. But what happens when you say, bet, I know how to clock in, yep, and look, 30% of this paycheck, about to build this account up. This 500, I'm gonna grow it to 1,000. I'm gonna stack it till I got 2,000 in it. I ain't worrying about trying to save $2,000. I'm worrying about how to invest $2,000. I ain't worrying about how to save $5,000. I'm worrying about how to invest the $5,000. Because if I save the $5,000, when I spend it, guess what? I gotta go get another 5,000. But I invest the 5,000. If I learn how to use this stock market as a tool, guess what? I can use the 5,000, flip the 5,000, go back and get the other 5,000, and let that still be there. I invest the 5, I use the 5 made me 10. I took 5 and kept the 5 there. That 5 grew to 10. I took the 5, spent the 5. You feel me? Rinse and re-rock and re-rock and re-rock. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. I don't got to be the best trader in the world. You know why? Because I know how to make money like that person. What makes you the best trader in the world? What makes you the best investor in the world? Because you know how to make money. Because at the end of the goal, that's all we all trying to do, make money. Let me go a little further though. I ain't just trying to make money. I'm trying to help my people make money so they people can make money, so they people can make money, so their kids can make money. So that kind of was going to separate me from the best investor in the world. It's different. I'm telling you, man, tears came from my eye when I looked in that group and I saw all them people making money. I wasn't ecstatic because they made money off my play. I was ecstatic because they had the confidence to put the money in the market to make the damn play. That made me happy. That made me happy. I was like, bad. I probably answered DMs all weekend from people like, Trap, I made $1,500. Trap, I made $2,000. Trap, I made $5,000 on this play, but I made $10,000 on this play. Trap, I made $8,000 on the NVDA play, but I made $6,000 on the Tesla play. I made another $1,300 on the SMH play. I'm like, bro, you sis, what? I'm not even worried about the money I made. I'm like, man, shoot this. Because I'm all about seeing my people, because what happens is this. Here's what happens. Here's what happens. Once you taste that money, you know it's possible. And now you laughing at all the people who saying that's a scam. You like, bet. You gonna bet. All right. That's why I love it. That's why I love it. Because we just tapped into an unlimited resource that ain't gonna never stop. And I'm gonna tell you, the only way to stop is America has to go under. And I ain't even talking about just not the number one. I'm saying they gotta fall off the face of the globe. Because guess what? China got a stock market. Guess what? India got a China. All these companies that's below America right now, they still got stock markets. So guess what? Even America not the number one company in the world anymore, guess what they still gonna have? A stock market. Stock market. Stock market babies, man. Episode 2045 of Trappin' Tuesdays, the new name is Stock Market Babies. It's the new name. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trappin', man. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all my new people, man. I hope you enjoyed these 3 hours. God damn. But listen, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Every week, man, y'all know how we get down, man. Trappin' Tuesdays is the dopest show on the block, man. We pride ourselves in helping you be the last one to get it out the mud so everybody else behind you can get it out the market, man. Do me a favor, man. Like this, share it with somebody, and if you're not following, man, make sure you follow us each and every week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. We're going to meet you here. Listen, go to Apple, go to Spotify, go to all the channels, download it, especially Apple. Let's move this up, man. There's not 21 shows better than us, you heard me? Check it out, man. Jose gonna drop the link for the tour. August 1st, Atlanta, you up. August 8th, Houston, you up. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. I'm gonna see y'all in the trap, man. Salute.